Bomber Strike Back podcast on the BX Sports Jedi brings to you New York Yankees spring training watch along. The cold, long winter has come and passed. Now, the new hope of eternal springs in with the New York Yankees spring training watch along. What is up, everyone? I am BX Sports Jedi Kev, the Don of the watch along. Yes, we're going to watch along to this spring training game. New York Yankee baseball taking on the National League defending champions, Philadelphia Phillies, who were surprisingly, boy, if you would have said in the middle of June that the Philadelphia Phillies were going to be in the World Series, you would have been like, yeah, you're crazy. George Girardi, we know Girardi got fired. Robbie Thompson did a phenomenal job guiding the Philadelphia Phillies into the World Series. That's why there's a saying in Spanish, la pelota es redonda, the ball is round. Anything can happen in baseball. You can have the best player in the game, but if it doesn't take it takes a whole 40-man roster plus an organization to actually get your team into a World Series or even playing for a World Series. So it shows there for the Philadelphia Phillies. Good job there, Robbie Thompson, former Yankee bench coach, did phenomenal job. But we're talking about our New York Yankees. We're here for our Yankees here on the Watch Along. Thank you for everybody joining us in the chat anywhere that you're listening to us on all the different platforms. What's up? Baseball's here, man. Let's get it. I'm giddy. I am giddy. I am excited. This is one of my favorite sports of all time is baseball. The all Americana, green grass, the hot dogs. Right now, it's palm trees right now because they're in Clearwater in Florida. That's just about a few drive hop skip away from Tampa. If you're living, let's say you're living in the South Bronx Yankee Stadium and you have to drive to Yonkers. Just to give you a visual for those guys. Hey, Mikey, what's up, Mikey? Salute, salute. Mikey Miles of the Ford Train Express. Mikey, I gotta get you your email to send you these links because all my social media is right now suspended for some. That's a whole nother story. So I would love to send you. I don't have you on Insta on a. The only one that's working is Twitter, so I would love to send you the link at Twitter so you could join me if you're free, if you're able to do the watch along and talk a little bit Yankee baseball. Definitely, I did send Chris the Flash, but I think Chris the Flash, he works overnights, so he might be still sleeping. That job is really tough, and of course, or that overnight schedule, you got to get your body acclimated. Plus, he has a little child at home, so I know it's a little difficult on there. So yes, yeah, that's give me. I need your email. Just email me. I'll put my email in the chat. Email me and I'll send it to you. And of course, I'd have no problem sending my email through here. Of course, anyone absolutely. You can always email the program, and then we'll definitely get that there. There we go, there, Mikey Mazda. So we're just about a few minutes here. It's available on the Philadelphia Network, our MLB app. It's not on the Yes Network or any of the Yankees programming. So this game, if you want to watch it on your tube and watch along with us, it will be available on MLB TV or the Philadelphia. If you're in the Philadelphia Phillies area, their sports affiliate or MLB app or or if you have XM radio, you'll hear the radio coverage there. Just giving you that, or watch along with us here and have fun. I want to hear you guys. Steve, salute, Steve. Steve asked me, "Do you think Joe Girardi will ever manage again?" Yes, yes. This guy is a baseball mind. I don't care if people say he's a little rigid or a little too military, but there is a place for a Joe Girardi in baseball. Steve, I think Joe Girardi is a hell of a manager. Be honest with you, I had no issues with Joe Girardi as a manager. They were talking about analytics, and I remember they were criticizing, the binder, and he was doing analytics before analytics became a style. So personally, I think Girardi does have a room in baseball. Let me see if I get Mikey Mazda. Let me, Mikey. I'm gonna put this in there to you in a minute, as I'll get Mikey Mazda on with us, and Chris the Flash as well. He's probably still resting. Just commenting. Cron Legacy. I cannot because Cron. I know you're joining. Thank you for joining us on the Twitter app. I hate to disappoint you, but YouTube does not allow us to play the video, the show live exactly. But I do have a ticker. I always bring the second man in the booth. Will be the ticker. You can watch it along this way. The only thing is I can't show it because YouTube or the other streaming platforms that we partner at the same time shuts it down. So I would trust me, I would have loved to show the game Believe me, the main thing will have showed and comment and watch along with you guys, but I'm not allowed, unfortunately. So I'm sorry about that. Let me get Mikey Mazda. Let me get that situated in there to Mikey from the 4-Train Express and Grunt Baseball. And there it is, Larry. I'll send it to him in a minute. So we got the new rules coming in. Don't forget, we get some new rules coming in for in the outfield, no shift, the big bases, pitch clock. So it'll be interesting there. Or pitch timer, whatever we want to call it. We'll get Mikey in a moment there. So Crone Legacy, I hope I didn't disappoint you, but I'm just explaining to you why. We get the first batter. I didn't give you the lineups. Sorry about that. I have the lineups will be scrolling underneath there. It'll be Isaiah Falefa leading off. So Nick Nelson will be pitching immediately from the stretch. Falefa, here's the first pitch of the spring. First been swinging into shortstop. Edwin Mundos throws it across and in time. So you retired 6-3. So the first batter is out for the New York Yankees in spring training. The rest of the Yankees lineup goes like this. We saw Falefa leading off. You got Gleyber Torres at second base. You know, Oswaldo Cabrera on left. Harrison Bader will be the designated hitter, batting fourth. Batting fifth, Jake Bauer at first. Batting sixth, Wilmer Dilfo at third. Batting seventh, Jason Dominguez at center field. Batting eighth, Esteban Florial in right. And batting ninth, it is Anthony Seager, the catcher. Here's Torres coming in. Oh, we're bringing Chris the Flash, who's joining us. Here's the first pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Hi, Chris. How are you, buddy?
It's okay.
All right, man. All right. I know you're working late. I know that you're this game. We were supposed to come on Sunday, but I noticed that they was available, and I jumped on it. This was spur of a moment, last second. I appreciate that you came on spur of a moment there. Thank you.
Nah, no problem. As you can see, I got me some new headphones.
Nice. Look at that. And we got a 3-0 count to Gleyber Torres. Now for Torres, what are we looking for here in the spring early for Torres? Ooh, what happened to the swing?
I wanna I don't know, I wanna see if he can at least he don't have to hit bombs. I mean, I just wanna see if he can at least hit like 280, 300.
Okay.
I'm kind of
So the
excited to
3-0
see what
count.
Dominguez.
Me too. There's a shot down left field and diving and gets past there. So there's the first hit. Now Torres will go to second and in there with a double. So 1-out double for Gleyber Torres. We'll bring up Oswaldo Cabrera will bat. Cabrera in left field here. Now, let me ask you this, Chris. What are the odds of Oswaldo Cabrera actually being the Yankees left fielder?
I don't know. It's a high possibility because they still haven't brought nobody in. I know the rumor was about Judge, but why put Judge at left field? That doesn't make sense.
Correct. So Cabrera will bat here. Will be batting from the left side. He was very impressive coming up. The energy he brought the Yankees in that September when he was called up in 44 games. And the pitch up high for a ball, 1-0.
So was Mike was supposed to join too?
He's going to join us. I send the email to him. I because right now for some reason, some obvious reason, here's the 1-0 pitch coming inside. Steve says should trade Torres for an outfielder if that's if Pittsburgh is interested in Brian Reynolds or 3-team swing where you can say Torres or even the Patrick Burns. There's a lot of Corbin Burns situation for Milwaukee. Oh, red runner breaks off. Here's an attempt to a pick, and he's one hopper. Sosa holds in there. So Torres doing a little dancing there. What's your thoughts? Would you dangle Torres, knowing that LeMahieu's injury prone? You got Peraza and Volpe or Cabrera. Kind of Torres is unexpendable with a lot of upside to trade.
Well, if I had to choose now, Corbin Burns or Brian Reynolds, I'm sorry, I'm choosing the pitcher.
Okay. The 2-0 pitch coming. Cabrera swings, fouls it away. 2-1. A
Especially because
beautiful day
Montas got
in.
hurt.
Yes, but one thing I'm going to talk about that in a second. This is a beautiful day out in Bay Care Park in Clearwater, Florida. 80 degree day. Clearwater, like I said, if you're familiar with the New York area, it's like from Yankee Stadium to the Yonkers Casino with a former racetrack. That's how far distance it is. Here's the pitch, 3-1, even probably closer. When but you're allowed, of course, here if you're on the I-4, you're allowed to drive about 80, anywhere from 70 to 65 miles per hour. So it's a short trip down the I-4 from George Steinbrenner Field over to Clearwater. You take Route 60 to 19, and the pitch outside. He walked him. So first and second with one out. So Chris, man, how you been, man? I haven't talked to you in a while since the Knicks Heat watch along. I hope you're doing well, man. Are you getting ready for this 162 game possible marathon here with this team?
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I still think
Yeah,
I don't know. I still think we should trade for a pitcher or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't want Dominguez and Carter Smith in the lineup together.
got you. I love my family and the Knicks watch along. I don't want the Knicks season to end, but man, I am looking forward to seeing everyone on the Yankee broadcast. Hader first pitch swinging, pops this one into shallow center field. Marsh is there. Mark makes the play. So 2 outs. I still don't like the kid. As we get Mikey Mazda, let's get Mikey rolling real quick. Mikey, what's up, Mike?
How you guys doing?
I'm
What's
doing
up?
good, man. Good to see you.
You too. How you guys?
Baseball's
How's
here.
everything?
Baseball's
Yeah,
here.
baseball.
Baseball's here.
Baseball is definitely here. I'm very happy about that. I will say I don't like the new. I don't like the whole the whole rule about the timing, like how long a batter has to get in the box. They just had an incident with that yesterday with Machado, or the day before, and he got called for a strike called on him, and he wasn't because he wasn't in the box on time. I don't think that's fair to do to hitters, and I don't think that's fair to do to any player in that sense. So I disagree with that rule.
Okay. We got Jake Blowers stepping in here. Jake Blowers, I know the Yankees don't have a backup first baseman. You got Rizzo, you maybe Mayhew could swing around. Jake Blowers is gonna be interesting. Not making the team in the moment, but an option if and when if there's an injury at first base long term wise with Rizzo's back and so forth, he's gonna be a key part if he's defensively sound and he can come up here and leave a minor impression in the spring training games that he's gonna have here for the Yankees.
Yeah, I think he'll be one of those additions that'll be last minute.
Right. Here's a 1-1 pitch. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike in the dirt. Good stop there by the catcher, by Stubbies.
How you
How
doing,
y'all feel
Chris?
about? I was about to say, how y'all feel about Judge taking things at first base?
I don't know if that has any legs
I
to it.
th-
What's
I
your
would
thoughts,
say
Mike?
probably maybe in the latter half of his contract when he doesn't have the mobility, but I think right now we just gotta worry about him being a right fielder
2 balls and 2 strikes to
and
count as he swings and
and
a
worry
miss.
about that. So I mean, there was talks about Cashman saying that he wanted to put him in left. I don't see that happening. I think there's a lot
I
that
said the same
right
thing.
now. Yeah, I think there's right now we just got to worry about making our captain the right fielder and leaving him in right field because we can't be messing with him in left field. That's not where he belongs. He belongs in right.
As a 2-2 count here, as a Blower fouls it back. And we'll see Nick. We got Nick ready to deal the 2-2 pitch coming. And the
So
2-2 pitch from Nelson. Took a call,
that would be
strike
my
3.
thing.
2 outs away.
That would be my thing though. But I don't know. I think it's just something we gotta try to figure out what we're doing here and what we got to do with him.
Got you. Let me take a minute there. I can't wait next inning for Jason Dominguez to come up. I know
Hmm.
what I think. I don't think Dominguez has the shot to make an outfielder position here, but late call up maybe if he has a monster impressive spring.
I can see that, but he's got to really prove it though. Like he can't be. He's got to really prove that he can hit major league pitching, and that's what we have with Florio is that issue of him not being able to hit major league pitching. And I get it, it's because he didn't get reps, but at the same time, when you do get your reps, you got to prove you can do it.
So we go to the bottom half of the first inning as we have a commercial break there, where we're going to see Weber pitch for the New York Yankees. Probably an inning, just an inning here, the first game of the spring. Philadelphia Phillies are in a split squad. The Yankees will play tomorrow against the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll have that game. That's the original game that we were going to watch along there. But I looked and I saw, wait a minute, they're going to televise this game some way, somehow. Let's do the watch along. What's going on, Mitch? Mitch is in the building. Salute. What is good? It's good to see you. Yes, we're gonna do a show. We'll probably do a Mitch. I might do a AW Revolution watch along. So yes, I'll hit up with you. I need you to come on and talk on the Heal the Ring podcast. We'll love that. Oh, and also, when am I gonna get an invite to the wrestling experience? The wrestling experience. No invite. No love for the Don. Come on. Salute Mitch. He is a Philadelphia faithful. Phillies, Eagles. Here's a rip first pitch into left field, and there's a base hit there for Marsh. A leadoff single. Boy, he had his hitting shoes ready to go there. So Mikey, you froze? We got a little froze. Okay, that's okay. That's live and in color. Here's Alec. On boom, sits at the first pitch, lip to right field, and right to Esteban Florio. Esteban Florio in right field. One of those players, Flash, that I was talking about. That Florio, if he doesn't show something here, he is going to probably be off the 40-man roster. Mikey, let me bring him back on here.
Yeah, my opinion, I think they should have kept Andahar. He was playing good at left. That's
So
just me,
Ryan
though.
Weber, the pitcher, the right-hander. Weber didn't pitch bad coming in relief. Here's the Derek Cole grounds it foul. The left-handed first baseman.
Now, what was the pitcher that we traded Montas for again?
Ooh.
Hey, sorry about that.
Oh, it's oh goodness, he was really good too. Mikey, what was the good?
Yeah.
He had a hell of a pitching. He was doing well for the Oakland for the Yankees before traded for Montas. Oh, dude, man, I lost his name. I know exactly. I can't think of his name there, and I don't want to open up another browser I don't want my PC to start lagging. Mikey, do you remember who the Yankees traded? The kid that
what I was
he
going
was
to ask was
runner goes foul.
Was
Yeah,
it
Mikey, go
Waldichuk?
ahead.
Was it
Waldichuk?
No,
No, it wasn't Waldichuk.
It was another pitcher that was already no.
He was already pitching for the Yankees early part, and he was really good. He was strong for the Yankees before trading him for Montas.
Yeah.
Sears,
JP Sears.
Yeah,
JP Sears. Thank you. When you said Sears, I got
we
the first name
him
immediately. Yes, he was a very promising kid. But here's the one thing I know about Frankie Montas is only arthroscopic surgery, so he will be back. He is not going to miss a whole. We get a strikeout, strike three called there, 2 outs now. That's a good thing, Mike and Chris. Arthroscopic surgery, no major Tommy John, so maybe Montas could be an impact second half.
Definitely. My question to you is, with this whole left field situation and Aaron Hicks being slated and everything. How do you guys feel about that?
Nothing's gonna personally. I think nothing's gonna happen. If something's gonna be maybe in the beginning of first half part of the spring, or we're gonna have to wait for trading deadline. I don't think nothing else is gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say the same old
Mitch,
song,
you're the
same old
man.
dance.
Thank you, Mitch.
I don't know if you got.
I'm tired of it. That's all. That's all I can say. I'm
I
tired
don't
of
know if you guys heard, but Joey Gallo started running his mouth.
Gallo. Oh, here's a ground ball, and there's a base hit. First and third, and with 2 outs. So a base hit there for Sosa. Marsh will go to third. First and third for the Philadelphia Phillies with 2 outs.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. He's talking a lot of nonsense where he shouldn't be.
He's blaming the New York
when he
Yankees
could
fans for his time in New York.
Not only that, Mike.
That's what he's doing.
If he would have went and balled out in with the Dodgers, then you could, you know what, you could talk a lot of nonsense. He did the same crap with them. Yes, I got it.
Yep.
Mike, Mitch got a question. Go ahead, Mitch. There's the first ball pitch first fastball. And the pitch, the ball gets away, and not enough there, but it left just for. So actually, Sosa to go to second on a wild pitch there. No runners in advance. You got second and third now with 2 outs. Let me ask you this: what are your thoughts of Gary Sanchez politicking, working out with Yankee gear, trying to weasel his way back in the Yankee organization?
I don't see it happening.
Could we have a resurgence of a dirty Sanchez?
I don't see it happening.
No, not really. He was just talking. Him and his agent was just talking crap against with us. I don't understand that.
Yeah. Hey Kev,
right.
before
so we get
you get to
ground out.
I gotta run.
All right, Mikey.
I gotta get some stuff done, but I was just gonna pop on, but I'll try to pop on later.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Always a pleasure to talk with you, Mike. That's Mikey Miles of the 4 Train Express from Grunt Baseball. Always has a gracious to join us on the watch-alongs, and we always appreciate him on. Mikey out. Now, Chris, we were talking with the Sanchez politicking a return there, and you say no. And if the Yankees get out cheap for a minor league deal and put him in the minor league system, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes when it's like I hate to sound this is an adult show. This is an adult show. You don't reuse a condom.
It's not even that. It's like, how many times you got to hit your head on the wall to realize that it hurts? Like, I don't understand this. The whole Hicks thing, the Gary Sanchez thing. I'm trying to think who else. I'm trying to think of this on the team. IKF.
That's why I went to the. That's why I went to the prophylactic analogy, because it has its use for, and that's it. One-time use. You use it, you get discarded. Sanchez was used already, brought up. He showed what he did. He prevented. I don't know. And that's it. You discard it. You don't bring a Sanchez back. He's not no diaphragm.
Like I'll bring Sanchez back if we had Joe Girardi on our staff, because he's the one that when he was doing good with, he just didn't like the discipline.
But Sanchez was the reason, one of the reasons why Girardi wasn't belonging the Yankee manager or Pena and that staff. Man. Thompson. I mean, so here we go. We're a full inning in. Philadelphia with 2 hits, Yankees with 1 hit. First game of the spring here, so we're just having out freestyle, having fun. All eyes on opening day, Yankees San Francisco. John, wait for that.
Oh, I got that day off. That's WrestleMania week.
I might miss that. I might miss that Thursday, man. I might not go to work that day, man. Or come in for a few minutes for a couple hours and be home by 10 and just get ready for first one.
You know, one of the games, well, I guess 2 of the games at WrestleMania weekend.
Steve, I know. I don't know. I'm gonna be torn. I don't think I'll be doing the Yankees in the beginning there because we got 160 plus games. I will be doing the first and then the WrestleMania game is gonna be tough. There's a ball down low. Willem Defoe I bought because Stanton delivered is early that day as well. And then for NXT plus it's gonna be tough. Willem Dafoe stepping in the plate from the left side, and the pitch. There's a ripped here to right center field. This is fairly deep at the warning track, and nice caught there by Marsh. Almost caught it.
Oh,
Was Wilson with the catch.
Dominguez.
Here's Jason Dominguez. Nice job there by Wilson chasing that ball in the gap there in right center. Now it is a beautiful warm day here in Florida. Beautiful in the mid 80s, but there is a jet stream of a nice summer breeze. If you're up in the north, the summer breeze, and for us that's just a normal September, spring breeze. We don't have spring; it goes from winter right into hot, and it goes into hotter. So here's Dominguez from the left side. Takes a ball. Here's Dominguez pitch outside. All Yankee fans are all eyes, possibly the future here or future chip to bring in even greater player. The pitch. There's a ball. So he's got some power, this kid. He is a 3-0 count. Now, I was going to say that, but the ticker's a little ahead. Do you give him the green light? And it looks like they do. Let's see. Here's the pitch. Dominguez grounds this one to first. Backhand nicely there by Hall, and Hall makes the play.
The game of pitch to hit. He didn't hit it.
He didn't hit it. I would have loved him to elevate it. If he would have elevated that pitch, then even if it's a fly ball to the outfield, it would have been an impressive 3-0 swing. But he rolled it over to first. But that was a nice play by the first baseman, though. Really nice play there on a backhand on one Lee. So with 2 outs, here's Esteban Florial. And he takes a ball. 1-0. Now, Esteban Florial, just like Jason Dominguez, had a lot of upside, promising. Maybe the Yankee center field of the future. He hasn't lived up to it. He's been a quadruple A player. And when he got to the majors, by sometimes his own reasoning, doesn't have enough time to flourish there in a frustrating talent. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a line drive and robbed by Josh Harrison. What a nice shot and stolen away there. Let's bring Chris probably had a little bit of a hiccup. There it is. I can hear you there. So we go probably get a new pitcher there for both. Oh, let's bring some tunes. We don't have any tunes in there. Hold on a second. Yeah, so Chris, you're off of the WrestleMania. I know we're dying to Mania watch along. That's gonna be livid. I can't wait to see for WrestleMania this year.
Yeah, I definitely get to join that watch along.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be phenomenal. Did you see Smack? Were you able to see SmackDown recorded, or is it still a little too early to watch it? Knowing that you work at night.
I don't know. I just try to catch it as soon as I get off.
Did you see it last night? Did you get to watch it?
Yeah, I got to watch it.
It was pretty good. SmackDown was good. Very entertaining. It was very good. That Bloodline storyline continues to grow. It just continues to go in different. It continues to have technicals. My God, it could go in so many directions. I know this is a baseball watch along. I understand, but we have in between innings we'll talk a little bit. I rarely get a chance to talk to Chris about wrestling, and man, it's good to talk about it with him there. I want to get his thoughts on that as he's getting a little technical difficulties. Chris will be back on in a minute here. Of course, the pitching timer. Lately, they've been saying the games are getting a little quicker. So Rob Branford is looking to try to make the baseball in general like a microwave, instant baseball. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. All right. Hopefully it grows. Hopefully it helps grows. You're back.
Oh, what the hell's going on? I was saying like double of you.
And there's a pitch for a strike. Vasquez is the new pitcher for the Yankees. Vasquez. And he was the 13th best pitching prospect for the Yankees, and Harrison. So Randy Vasquez, if he starts to show improvement here, might be at AAA by the end of the season and continue to grow. Vasquez, 25 games, 2-5 record, a 3.7 ERA. As Harrison hits this one in right field. Ferrariel started in. Now he goes back. The wind's carrying it, and he takes it to the warning track for the first out. So Harrison gave it a ride, but for the first out. So I was asking before you froze up.
Yeah.
I love the storyline with the bloodline. It's like an octopus. It has a lot of technicals. It goes different. There's so many options, so many different ways of the storyline could go. You really gotta love what's going on in general in wrestling. Period.
Well, you already can see what's going on. I guess you could just tell on the storylines. I think it's gonna be Dominic versus Ray at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami for the tag team titles. I can see like how you can tell how it's playing out.
I doubt it. Here's the pitch. That's the only one that I don't think is gonna talk. Here's a left field line. There's a base hit in front of Cabrera. Cabrera plays it, and he's gonna throw it quickly to second base, and he holds him there. Good job there by Cabrera holding Cave to a long single. I think it's, be honest with you, Chris, I think it's going to be Jey Uso and Sami Zayn taking on Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. I think they're going to have like a fabulous Freebird style where Solo gets to step into place as a tag team champion to defend against Sami and Jey Uso. Or that's a way of splitting the titles. Here's a ground ball, foul. Since one twin is a champion with the other twin, and they get to unify the titles at WrestleMania. They'll give one the Raw titles because technically we did see, I think it was Raw. We did see Jay and Sami defend those twins who got hurt against the Judgment Day, and then I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box.
Well, I think if that happens, I think it's gonna be a double cross. Like that's why I don't see that happening. But if that happens, Jay's gonna turn on Sami. You could see it. I don't know. I could just see it happening like that.
All right, that's it. The thing is, there's so many ways that the storyline could go because it could stay normal chalk. Oh yeah, Kevin Owens at the last minute will beat Sami's friend.
Yeah.
Yada yada, and it's a feel good moment. But there's a little truth and reality into that. Think about it. You just a couple months ago, Wilson takes the pitch here, and and he takes a call strike. No, that 1 ball, 2 strikes. You could see, you did a couple months ago hit me in my nuts. That's regardless best friends or not. I don't know how you forgive someone who hit you in your nuts in war games, and now you're gonna be honky dory. I'm gonna team up with you to go. I love the fact that Kevin Owens said, you know what? Why don't you call your friend Jay to help you? I'm done with you. I told you I was done with you. I was done with you. And that's a little bit realism. People, you get burned by certain people over and over again, and you're like, I'm done. I'm not even going to look at you. I'm not even going to bother looking your way. And Kevin Owens kind of brought a little realism into that storyline, and it kind of hits or resonates to the heart. And I kind of like the way they did it. In the pitch, grounded, foul.
Well, I'm gonna say this. In WWE, if you're watching my boy's stream, I'm telling you this right now. Y'all didn't let Sami win. Y'all better let Cody win, or all hell's gonna break loose.
Yeah,
so I don't. I hated that with the whole Edge storyline. That's what I'm saying. Cody deserves it.
Cody does deserve it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Personally, I'm gonna tell you something. I think we're gonna get swerved, man. I'm going now. I'm record here. I should have waited for the Heal the Ring podcast, but it's still on my network. Here's the 3-2 pitch, a throw over to first. He got back cave. Now I'm gonna say it first in my. I will, Mitch. Give me. I will do that. I will definitely would like to see. Personally, I think they're going to swerve us. I think Roman Reigns retains. Here's a fly ball into left field. Hit it back deep. This is going deep at the track, at the wall. It's a home run.
I
So
don't even know who this person is.
Weston will 2-0 Philadelphia. Nice job by Philly. I gotta find out, Mitch. I gotta find out what you mean. Let's see. I gotta see. I'm gonna call you up, Mitch, a little later to talk. Definitely.
I want to join one of y'all podcasts. It's so bad with wrestling because I'm a big fan too. So.
And I do throw the invite. I know it's just schedule wise. I do include you there. It just there's just schedule wise. One in Phillies.
I'm trying to get work in the morning so I can have time to myself.
So we got a foul out of play. So here's Vermil Veshin, and he is a pride of Humacao, Puerto Rico, former Cub prospect in 2015. I don't know if he's going to be. I had the World Baseball Classic roster. I'm not too sure if he was. I think he's on the World Baseball Classic roster. The left-hander, the Puerto Rican native, foul.
Man, another thing too, I kind of want to live to win that elimination chamber.
Yeah, I had her as a pick. I had Liv as a pick. But Oscar's right now taking that Kana persona on another level. I'm reverting back to Kana, her alter ego, but I want to see her more of a heel. If she's gonna play that Kana role, I want to be a heel. I know the smiling and the blue mist her and Raw, but I kind of want to see her go and there's a foul, there's a ball, 2-2. I kind of want to see her turn on Bianca a little more and give that sympathy to Bianca and get the heat, because if not, it's just going to get stale. And I don't want her to get stale. She's not stale, don't get me wrong. But, she's got to do something. Okay, you paint your face as a clown. What next? And just got a piece of that one to stay alive.
Yeah, I think WWE is trying so hard to pin down Liv, but the fans won't let it happen.
I don't think so. It's just they know what they have in Liv Morgan.
They keep trying to put it on tag team.
Yeah, I can see what you mean, but last night you saw that Tegan Knox came out with Natalia, no longer with Liv. I liked it that role. I like where they were going story. And here's the pitch, the 3-2 pitch. This one hit the opposite direction into left field, and it slices in for a base hit. So Phillies, the hit machine comes in with a single. I understand what you mean there, and with Tia Knox now with Natalia, and I know they kind of swerved this a little bit when they saw Tia Knox come out and help Liv Morgan for a while, when Liv was going with that laughter, with that crazy role where we saw her got choked out. Instead of tapping out, she choked out laughing. And with Bray Wyatt, is she a Wyatt family 6 or whatever the case was, and it kind of went away from that, and it took a little bit of lackluster, taking it away from. So like you said, I don't know what they're doing with a Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan gets a lot of crowd pleasing. Not only that, she's got the look. She's got she checks the boxes there. But right now you got Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair. That's why I always say, and I keep saying it, as we go back to the top of the lineup, Marsh. And he takes a ball inside. I keep saying, and I'm gonna do a podcast on that one, is do the WWE need a women's mid-card title? And I say yes. Because the women's division is stacked.
I think they need to do something.
And there's another base hit, pass from the diving Defoe. So back-to-back singles after the home run for the Philadelphia Phillies. So Marsh is 2 for 2.
At first, I'm not gonna say she couldn't wrestle, but she stepped up her game.
She stepped up a lot. She's improved.
Yeah.
And of course she's older. She's got the looks with the that checks the box. But the things that what hurts Liv Morgan though, you had the success of an Alexa Bliss. They kind of similar, not this. They kind of look kind of the same, and that's what's hurting a Liv more, in my opinion. That's what's hurting her. She's not a different. She's just a copy and paste. And I hate to say that because Liv is different, but the short, blonde, good-looking female wrestler, you check the box too much. You kind of want a little variety, a little difference. Here's a pitch for a strike.
And what's going on with Nia Jax? Like, they just bought her for the World Rumble and that was it?
I thought they signed her for a long-term deal, and it seems like it's just a Royal Rumble appearance, and that's it, one-off. I thought, I heard that she was a 2-year deal. You had a merchandise deal on being sold, selling merchandise, and there's a line drive, and there's a base hit. There should be another run. Let's see, there's a plate. They're going to hold them there, machine at third. So the base is loaded now with 1 out. Vasquez extremely well here. We'll bring up Derek Hall. We get some warm-up action for the Yankees there. Usually these games can tend to get a little bit ridiculous or lopsided. Here's Derek Hall, who struck out last time up. His first time up, the lefty. Wait, we got a pitching change coming here. Here comes. Who is this here? Who's going to do the pitching change in spring?
Oh, not Buffoon, man.
It's Buffoon. Hey, it's Buffoon. Happy spring, Buffoon. Aaron Buffoon.
Look at me, picture change.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Let me. Oh no, I don't have it here. Do I? I don't have it. Let me see. Yeah, I got it. Oh, wait, we do. In Jose for you. Here's the picture.
¡Ay! Lamentablemente fue eliminado. ¡Qué pena! Fue eliminado el participante. ¡Ay! Lamentablemente fue eliminado. ¡Qué pena!
There's the pitching change. The hook.
Because I know that's all she kept saying when she was coming out of the ramp. I'm back. I kind of want to see Lita. I kind of want to see Lita now win the tag team titles.
There's a possibility that might happen on Monday Night Raw due to the fact that Dakota Kai is injured. Don't know how much the severity of her injury is, or do we have that extra interference where, everyone, of course, all the wrestling and pundits and all the Meltzers and the dirt sheets were saying that Trish Stratus was at the Ottawa backstage, and due to creative, last second, they decided not to bring her upon it. She went home. It wasn't nothing negative. They just changed the plan or call audible. But they're talking about Monday Night Raw that Trish might be there, and looks like that we're gonna try to set up for a 6-woman tag, but we don't know where they're gonna go with that. Would they change creative? Could we see them Damage Control drop the titles to Lita and Becky Lynch, where it's gonna eventually, personally, I think it's end up gonna be on Rousey and Shayna Baszler. I think they're gonna be the tag team champions eventually. Don't they? Maybe they don't want Damage Control to get destroyed by them. So they don't lose heat. They'll lose to a legend and a Becky at the moment because of the interference of Trish Stratus, because of the Dakota Kai's injury, whatever the case is. It could go anywhere there when it comes to the booking. But it's unpredictable. It's an unpredictable booking. It's not predictable. It's like we could see it a mile away. It's very unpredictable, which is fun. And even in predictability, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. But even if it's predictable, I like the way you're making us watch the storyline unfold. Predictability is good, but I love the way they're telling that predictability of that story. There's a pitch, 1-1 strike. So Alex Mauricio coming in here replaces Randy Vasquez. Wasn't so good here. Gave up a home run, a bunch of hits. He was getting rocked. maybe a little nerves. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Beautiful. Yeah, they call outside on the outside corner for a strike. Chris,
they ever gonna do anything with the 4 horsemen?
The male or the female? The 4 horsewomen or the 4 horsemen?
Nah, the four horsewomen. You think they ever gonna do anything with them?
I don't think so. As much as
I think they should do it at least once. So. Yeah.
And the pitch, swing and a miss.
I was about to say,
it goes down strikes.
Like, I feel like that would be like crazy to have a strong woman stable for once.
Well, they were trying to do that a little bit with damage control. I know some people said it didn't resonate. I'm okay. I like damage control. You know, unfortunately the code is a little injured. I'm all right. I have no problem with damage control. I've said it once, I said before, they do need a 4th lady. Would have been greater if they would have brought someone in, but there's a strike. But if you want to keep it at trios or 6 women, 3 on 3, you could have bought, and that's why I thought they made a mistake. Here's the pitch here inside. I thought, and of course, a little bit of undoing of that person herself. Also, they had a chance to bring up Toxic Attraction to go and make some havoc. You would have bought all 3 ladies, but we know with Mandy Rose. Now you can't with Gigi and JC going at it, fighting with one another. They missed the chance there. There's a ball outside, 2-1. This kid is impressive. He's throwing He's throwing in the upper 90s, free and easy, man.
I think once they get to the main roster, I think they're gonna get back together. I mean, they gotta win the tag titles together.
It's foul out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. This has been a long half inning for the Yankees out on the field. My goodness. Let's see if they can get out of it. It looks like they will as soon as we see the ticker's a little ahead here from the streaming. The 2 balls and 2 count for Mauricio. And the pitch. He's challenging him, swinging a miss, high fastball, 97 miles per hour. Impressive there for Mauricio, who comes in, cleans up for it. But the Phillies struck with a 2-run home run by Weston Wilson and gives them a 2-0 with Philly with 7 hits. Oof. All right, Steve asks, Kev, what does the WWF 7 billion or 6.45? McMahon asked for 9. Vince McMahon asked for 9. One of the reports that they offered $5 billion for the WWE. Let's say usually when you do the negotiation tactics, you always try to go in the middle. So 6.5 to $7 billion. I think the World Wrestling Entertainment will get sold for that much. To who? I don't know. That's the question. I wish I knew. I wish I knew who exactly will buy it. Who really has the $7 billion to fork up? I know I am. For McMahon's asking price, I'm $8,900,999,999 away. I only have to buy it. I need that much. Maybe someone has a super chat for that much for $9 billion plus, and I could buy WWE and we could just have it. But I'm far away from that, so don't expect me to my lawyers and my team to put an offer for the WWE. Maybe Chris.
Yeah, let me check my pockets. Oh, let me some used gummy bears, some quarters, and a bus ticket. Hey, would that get it?
No, that's gonna take away from your nugget. Remember, you gotta keep. You need your $7.99 for the nugget meal. You can't touch that.
I know.
They can't believe that work more than the
it's
Cowboys
like
and
certain
the
stuff I want to happen, but they make a lot of money too.
It makes a lot of money because it's a 365-day program again. It's off season, and you're always going from arena to arena, live events to live event, merchandising, street commercials. There's money coming in, and but it's hard for someone who has that to try to invest in that. That's a tough one, man. That's why it looked like the Saudis are the top.
Shane and Stephanie.
Shane and Stephanie, what was that? You came in broken up one more time with that question.
I said, why he just don't give it to them? I mean, it was passed down to him.
He actually bought it from his dad. He didn't actually, and he actually had to buy the WWF from his father. He actually purchased that. His dad had no intentions of doing what McMahon wanted to do, go global, take over the territories, crush everyone, and be the only take it mainstream. His dad wanted to keep it wrestling, and McMahon had a different, and he ended up buying them, and he just took creative control by purchasing from him. I think A&E has that on WrestleMania. The WrestleMania biography explains a little more with better details. I'm paraphrasing. I'm probably leaving details out or embellishing or exaggerating maybe a little bit, but it's on the A&E documentary on WrestleMania, which was a really good one there. But I know he did purchase that from his dad. That is 100% factual. It wasn't really passed on, but you break those you break that stigma. You could still stay 25%. You give over the swing and a miss there. What a terrible swing there. Ugh, Seeger looks overmatched there. Went away. Yeah, WWE was only in the Northeast territory. That's the WWE. Of course, they had partnerships with the Mid-South, Midwest, Mid-South, Mid-Atlantic, the Memphis territory, the Hawaiian territory. They allow the wrestlers to go back and forth there. And then McMahon just Vince said, you know what? I'm going to sign. Remember, Hogan, Heenan as a ground ball to short. Sosa makes care of Kalefa, 2 outs. Hogan signed. He was from the AWA, and he signed Hogan. McMahon signed Hogan away from him. Jimmy Hart from Memphis. So you started seeing him poaching some of these wrestlers exclusively only for the WWF at that time, and it's history. With the Rock and Wrestling when they started promoting in MTV and the start of WrestleMania. It's all that crazy stuff. There's Torres hitting this one. Hit deep to right field. Back at the track. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Gleyber Torres with a solo shot. It's Gleyber Day. Like a good Gleyber, he homers away. Yankees on the board. So Yankees up. Cut the lead in half, 2-1. Look at that. Look at Gleyber getting that trade value up, which I'm not going to put any stock in home runs in spring because we saw a home run stroker became a home run no-no. He sucked during the regular season. He was a home run king in the spring. Came to the regular season. Higashioka turned into the team acupuncturists. Cabrera hits this one to center field. And he got it at the end of the bat, though. But Marsh there makes the plate. So the inning is over. But however, the Yankees do get a home run here. So Torres, who's 2 for 2, Yankees got him on the board, 2-1 Phillies. Yankees are being hit 7-2.
Do you think, in your opinion, they have to do the Rock versus Roman thing?
I don't think it's gonna happen, dude. But though we did see some interesting development, though. His mother, Rock's mom, said she wanted to see her son go up against the Roman Reigns. Coming out of her, it's like, ooh, wait a minute. We know that she's Alta Johnson is a big, of course. If you watch Young Rock, she was promoter. She's in the business. Business is in her blood. She loves the business. Could she persuade her son to possibly wrestle her nephew? You never know. But I don't think it's going to happen in WrestleMania. It's too short one to do it. Never say never. But McMahon, Dwayne Johnson is so much much into that XFL. I don't know if he's gonna have enough time. You know, I personally, he should have used WrestleMania's clout to gather people to watch the XFL because he has a match with Roman. But I could see why he didn't do it either, because he wants XFL to be football and taken serious, not gimmicky. They tried that with the wrestling, with the XFL the first time with Jerry the King Lawler, Jim Ross. You know, they brought a little bit storyline into the XFL, if you remember. I think Rock was trying to prevent that. I think really Rock wants to really have this into an alternative league in football, being like a minor league or developmental league for NFL players, or NFL players who just don't make it and have a place to play in the spring, and possibly join a practice squad for the NFL teams, you know, etc. So I don't think he wanted to associate it with the wrestling gimmick. That's just me. That's the way I perceive it. So we go to the bottom of the third, 2-1 Phillies. The Phillies 2 runs on 7 hits. Yankees 1 run on 2 hits. First game of the spring here in beautiful Clearwater, Florida. There's a strike for Stubbs. So Vandy Vasquez, who's back again. So he went to third, and they brought him back out there. So they want to see what this kid has. They want to continue. They brought him back out there. This one is popped up. Shallow center field. Dominguez is under it. Dominguez makes the play. 1 away. What's your thoughts on Brock Roman Reigns?
I just think it needs to happen. I mean, why not? I mean, you don't have to put the title on the line if he does beat Cody. Like, the match tells itself.
You know what sucks though? If he does beat Cody, he's the champion. Here's Harrison in there for a strike. If you make it a non-title match, you're kind of giving away your outcome, because you're like, oh, wait a minute, that means Roman's gonna get pinned over against The Rock. The pitch. Harrison hits it the opposite way. There is a shot to right field line. He's going all the way to the corner. Extra base hits here. He's on his way to second. And he cruises in there with a little high stepping. So 1 out double for Josh Harrison. So Mr. Harrison at second base there with a double.
Well, I'll say this, kid. In my head, in my booking, The Rock was going to win regardless. I'm sorry. I don't want Roman beating The Rock. That's just like Rock beating Undertaker. I didn't want that to happen either. If anything, they should have did it with Roman, because Roman's the younger person.
And he did. He did beat the Undertaker. I remember when Undertaker dropped his glove.
But I'm saying he did it after.
Mm-hmm. And
like, he should have won to beat the streak, not Brock.
I got you. But let me ask you this. Hindsight is 2020. We know that. I'm gonna be a little bit, I'm gonna be a devil's advocate with that. Whenever you, and with the 1-0 pitch coming, whenever whenever you have someone who's an obstacle and you hear Ashley, whatever, and then Brock Lesnar's music, you pop, don't you? When you hear boom, boom, boom. And sometimes you don't see him for months. And then when the music pops out of nowhere, he gets, oh snap, it's Brock Lesnar. I think that helped his invincibility a little bit by beating The Undertaker, allows him, and we've seen Brock lose matches. You know, Goldberg, we saw lose. You know, we've seen Brock take losses against Lashley here, so forth. My point, and against Roman, but whenever Brock comes back and that music hits, he still gets our pop. And he's still over. You don't see him as a occasional who comes in to lose or job. You see him as a big deal, main event, must watch. I think him taking that invincibility from, or that WrestleMania streak from Undertaker, helped towards that legend years later. I think that was a long-term plan they put.
I don't know. I just seen the better wrestlers, you know, better people he faced that could have beat the streak. I'm not a huge Brock Lesnar fan.
I got you. I know. Not a
well,
lot
let me
of
take that back.
Not a lot of.
Before he did what he did at that WrestleMania, I was. But then when he just said, fuck it, I don't care no more, excuse my language, I gave up on him, because I was like, if that's all he cared about is the money, then yeah, you didn't got no place for wrestling, bro.
He turned a lot of people off, along with that match with him and Goldberg, because they were both leaving the
Goldberg,
company,
yeah.
and they were just going. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one foul. And they were leaving the company. That's where Stone Cold stunned both of the guys and kind of pretty much get the trash out of here type of moment when Brock decided to go to try out for the Minnesota Vikings. Then it led to the UFC, to New Japan run, to the UFC, whichever way the chronologically order that was. Goldberg, we all knew he was a football player who really wasn't a wrestler, who didn't really respect the traditions, the pecking order when it comes to professional wrestling. If you see on his Goldberg biography on A&E, it says that there. He was like, he doesn't really consider himself the wrestling historian of wrestling. He's just a guy, swinging a miss and he strikes him out there. And Goldberg and that thing, I think a lot of fans sour or turned on those two individuals, and especially in that match, for those reasons. That's why people get mad. They call him a part-timer, always with the titles and wants the title. And I understand we're fans who invest their time, wants to see a guy who's there for them, who is going to go to a house show, and take the time in a house show to wrestle for them and entertain them, taking your hard work, earned, paid money. You want to see the best of the best or come out and wrestle for you. And I get it why fans turn on him. So we got 2-0 pitch here. A 1-0, excuse me. The pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So this is the chance here. We saw last time he got hit with the homer, and Vasquez is back against Weston Wilson. And I'd like to see there, because the Yankees want to bring this kid back up here to see again. I know he got a little shaken up last inning. He got pitching change, but they brought him back here for this inning again to see if he redeems himself. He bounced back here. So they must really like this kid's arm. There's a strike. They want to see if he shows them something here early in the spring, Chris. I know it has nothing to do with the Yankees coming up this season, but I think this is long term. They want to see what they have in development for Triple A. If he can make the Triple A team, if they kind of like his arm. This is what they're pivoting and telling me. Oh, inside. Now that I got you here, we haven't done our prediction shows. Hopefully we could get on and do a prediction show for both our channels, and what we're looking for. I don't want a whole season thing. I just want to know the first month of April as the ball gets away. Harrison will go to third. What are you looking for as a surprise just for the first month of April with the New York Yankees?
Maybe Glaber hit 310 with 10 home runs.
Okay, to start off the first month of April. Okay,
I feel like, that would be a good thing. I mean, I know he's always going to, hit home runs with a swing. I mean, if he can start off fast, I mean, why not? Like you said, why not boost his trade?
Good one. That's a good one there. For the first month of April, personally, I want to see the Yankees start off strong. I want them to start off the gate. I know they say you cannot win a division in April, but you could lose one. And that old narrative, as they're going to replace him again with the same kid again. So they're doing the same thing. Gave up a walk, 6 hits, 1 walk. So that would be definitely the end of that pitcher to come back here as Buffoon makes another change. Back to the same kid again. So he's going to go back to Mauricio again. So all right. Now my point is, can the Yankees at the end of April? And this is a tough one though. Can they be 5 games over 500 when the month of May starts? Can the Yankees be 5 games over 500? That personally, I would love that personally, and just be that there. Give me 5 games over 5 to start the month of April, and we'll go. You know what, and continue to build because you can't win the division in April, but you could lose it, and they need to start off on a good start.
Well, I mean, they got a good matchup the first couple of games. I mean, I think they're a better team than the Giants, and you got your best pitchers.
Right. And I know a lot of folks, and we'll get into that for our season predictions. We'll do a whole podcast on that. But yeah, we definitely want to get into for the first month of April. Definitely.
Who they play after the Giants?
I think I got the schedule here. Give me a second, boss man. Let me see if this is the right schedule. No, that's the spring training.
Ooh, man, they play the Braves.
Regular season, they will play the Philadelphia Phillies. These same Phillies will have 3 games, and they will also be at home before going to the road to the Baltimore Orioles. They got the Cleveland Guardians, the Minnesota Twins. So the Yankees play a little bit of the National League, sprinkle 2 National League teams to start the season, followed by divisional rivals in Baltimore. If they play the last playoff team, the series they won was the Guardians, followed by the Minnesota Twins, the Los Angeles Anaheim Angels, and they host the Toronto Blue Jays. Again, the Twins. So we'll get the Twins out early in the beginning of the year, followed by the Texas Rangers. 4 games in Texas. So they'll have that Texas swing to close out the month of April. Blue City, what's up?
Looking at the schedule, they could definitely.
What's up, Al? The game is
They could
available
definitely
on
start fast.
MLB.TV. And Al, definitely check out the chat there. Thank you for joining. Al, don't forget to hit that like, guys. I'll give you take a look there in the chat. This should steer you in the right way, my friend. Here's a strike.
I think the only series that we might lose in that month is probably Toronto.
I thought, Anaheim gives us a trouble, but it's going to be in Yankee Stadium, so the Anaheim Angels going to come into. But it's early in the season where you might get some teams swing and a miss. So this kid is impressive. Alex Mauricio has been very impressive coming in relief, a little animated on the mound. I like that too. You need a little personality. Keep an eye out on Alex Mauricio in the middle of the season. He's, at least this, I know it's just the first game, and hitters are usually ahead of. Very impressive, more impressive than Vasquez, who the Yankees look like they have high hopes on. Vasquez struggled a little bit. They might have thought it was nerves. They brought him back out there, maybe no nerves, and he still wasn't great, but he wasn't bad his second time. So maybe he'll make some adjustments with his pitching coaches and work on some things for him. Let's see how his next time up for Vasquez. Now, don't forget, if you're new here, we do Yankees Watch Along. Myself, Chris the Flash. We have Mikey Mazda, 4 Train Express, the Yankee Morning Brew, Hector, and of course, Monday through Friday when the Yankee season is up and running and it's full flesh. They're at 11 a.m. in the Nights of Decent channel. We have the Yankee Morning Brew with Hector. He breaks down all the stats, all the different news and notes of the New York Yankees, as well as he gets special guests. We also had a 161 Jason on there as well. We saw him on the 4 Train Express, and of course all the different Yankee content creators for the love of this team from the Bronx, who has conquered our hearts 27 times, looking for 28 times more to make us even proud of them. So we're here for that journey, we're here for that ride, that experience, and of course I'm invested.
No, you're not, man. You ain't a true Yankee fan.
That's right.
Bring your jersey.
He's been quiet.
Bring your jersey.
What's going on? Happy 33rd birthday to Jason. Jason Martino, happy birthday to you, my friend. Many blessings there. My son's birthday on both of my son's birthday, Monday and Tuesday, the 27th and the 28th. I can't believe I have 25-year-olds and 26-year-olds. Both of my boys are, they're going to be birthday on 27 and 28.
I didn't think you was that old kid.
I'm not. I'm not. That's a number. My boys are, man.
Man.
You guys see Austin here on the MMA Weekly with him and Shiftan. And you see him. That's my younger son, Austin. You see him with part of the BX Sports JEDI Network. He breaks down MMA Weekly with Chef Dan, and Bader's in the plate, and he fouls it back. And of course, you have my older son who is just as equally smart with the MMA as Austin. My goodness, if I wish I could have just have a hidden camera. Of course, it's illegal, but have them talk the way they talk about MMA. My goodness, in the way they they break things down. They will have a podcast with Chef Dan. All three, they can have it, and he just doesn't want to do it. I get it. I respect it. But my God, you put those three with Chef Dan with his MMA knowledge. My goodness, I have a trio of MMA guys that not just UFC, Bellator, and one Eagle FC. My goodness, but I gotta respect his wishes. He doesn't want to do it the program, and that's fine, But I enjoy listening to conversations. And I know it's because I listen to my sons break it down hour per hour, and it's fun. And this one is popped up to first. Derek Cole has it, and he makes the play. Bader's on. Told you, Bader. He sucks. Here's Jake Blower, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. We haven't seen a Caputo sighting.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Mike in a minute, but
no, I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know.
Baseball season, he shuts down. He's like the dandelions, like the weeds. He'll come up he only comes out in the spring and summertime. Once it gets cold, the weeds and the dandelions go away. And the pitch outside. Yes, that is the master. Maybe I know where Caputo is. He's probably the one running that retreat with Aaron Rodgers, the darkness room.
That's some fucking stuff, man. He ain't gonna come to the Jets.
Man, he better hurry up and get to the Jets, man. I'm waiting. I got the podcast waiting. I haven't done any Jets podcast waiting for him because I have nothing to report. I'm waiting for his head to freaking say I'm going. There's a base hit. Blower dumps in there to the left field line. He hugs. He's on his way to second. There's a play and a throw. He is out. He's still out. Man, this guy cannot run. 2 outs. Man, is that Vogelbach running at first base there? My goodness, he was slow. Hey, speaking of Vogelbach for the Mets, he lost a lot of weight. Have you seen him lately? He lost a lot of weight. Yeah, Vogelbach. He went to that New Jersey clinic.
Yeah. Google to your team. I want Derek on.
Here's Defoe. Defoe fouls it. 1 ball, 1 strike. What a throw there by Cave. Man. So, Chris, how nervous were you to almost getting Russell Westbrook with Kevin Love? Oh, my God.
Dude, I'm happy. I like the Kevin Love thing. I'm happy with Westbrook. Thank God. My team are bad. So Westbrook on the team.
Good thing he went to Los Angeles. I mean, that's what I called from the beginning. I said, you know what? Westbrook is going to get bought out. Everyone's like, Miami. Nah, I don't see he's going to Miami to Pat Riley, to Spoelstra, although they could use a point guard, but they have Kyle Lowry invested so much money. He's going to Los Angeles, the Clippers. The Clippers need a point guard. You got Paul George. You got Kawhi Leonard. You bring him in there where he could go against Los Angeles Lakers in the same building. Y'all didn't want me. I'm going to make havoc. What way of slapping the face of the Lakers organization when you have to see a Westbrook balling out in your own building? So that's why I was like, Westbrook is going to LA. He's that petty. Aiden, salute day. Aiden, how are you, buddy? I hope you're doing well, Aiden. Joining us. I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. Baseball's back. Baseball's back. I know you enjoy some good baseball.
I'm all over the place when it comes to sports, man. You know, baseball's coming back. Miami's
Aiden, we're doing
struggling.
yes. Aiden, we're also doing the watch along here tomorrow as well. Yankees and take on the Blue Jays at 1. We'll be doing the same as well. That's gonna be fun. I haven't seen Maria. Maria's probably working right now. Of course, I don't have my social media account right now. I don't know what happened there, Chris, with the Facebook, Instagram. I have no idea what the hell happened. I try to get it back, and I can't even get help from Meta. It's like it's a whole cluster. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, it's a split squad game tomorrow. Yeah, it's a split squad. I got to get to one of these games. But right now they're kind of expensive for a preseason game. I don't feel like dropping $75. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'll be totally honest, Chris. It's a lot of money to drop for a spring training game. I know you could go to the bleachers and you could go to sit on the grass and all that, but you kind of want to sit in a nice, you especially driving an hour to go to the game. I kind of would like to sit nicely there.
Well, you ain't just spending $75.
I know. That's just to get in the building.
Yeah, I know.
So we got a new pitcher, Weiser. We saw Weiser with the club. He has a nice moving slider as he gets into the marsh.
I think you should go to a Tampa game when we play them. I know you don't like the stadium too much, but
regular season.
Yeah,
regular season. I normally go. I didn't go. The only year that I did not go was last year because I guess I was more heavily into the channel, and I always tend to go. Like when the Knicks play the Magics, I go to the arena. But last year was the first time in a long time, and it wasn't a financial thing. It was a convenient thing, I guess, because I was really invested doing the Yankee watch-alongs and joining everyone, talking to everyone from the chat that I decided to not go to the games. But I do need to go. I always go. I make it a must priority to go see the Yankees, especially in the weekend game, especially when they play that Saturday night 6:00 game. I'm always there. There's a ball 4, because I normally make a day out of it, Chris. I get up real early in the morning. I go, leave early in the morning, breakfast, whatever the case is, head out to Clearwater Beach, spend the first part of the morning or the afternoon at the beach, go change, go have dinner. Usually I like to go to a seafood restaurant that we normally go to by the beach. We have some food. 4:30, 5 o'clock, we're at the stadium and we watch the 6:00 game. We get home by midnight. It's not a long drive. Or there's occasions where I spend the whole weekend out in Tampa, get the hotel and stay Friday to Sunday, and make a whole deal about it. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it last year. Outside, 2-0. Ooh, there we go. Let me see. Aiden says someone got busted for streaming the Padres games on YouTube. Now you can't show Aiden the game. You could show this here. You could talk about it, but you can't show the video or the audio from the MLB because all rights are protected. That's why we tell everyone. I know we had someone earlier in the chat asking me about that. Cron Legacy asked me about it. Are we streaming the games or we're just commenting on it? Because we're not allowed. You see, Cron, we're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to show the stream or the video because you will get shut down and possibly getting your accounts deactivated. And that sucks, especially when you have a bunch of subscribers and you're used to seeing everyone, and everyone is a part of you. Everyone that hit that subscribe button is not just a average Joe who just subscribed. They're kind of become family, at least in my personal opinion. They become family. They become a friend, a colleague, a confidant that you entertain and you enjoy each other's company, no matter if it's wrestling, basketball, football, baseball, whatever the content that you create. They come along and they join your show. They become part of your family, part of your stable. And to start from the beginning and lose them and lose touch until they find you, until you get back to the algorithm. Remember, this goes around the whole world. And, we get people from everywhere, from Thailand, from Philippines. I'm gonna miss my situation situated. I'm gonna lose a whole audience from a whole country, Chris, from the Philippines. Here's the double play. One on the first double play. It's a 6-4-3 double play by the Yankees turn.
Yeah, you put too much work into this. You don't want to, lose off of some stupid stuff.
And I am a little disappointed because Facebook doesn't allow me to try to email someone and tell them, listen, whatever happened, what was it? Because it wasn't done purposely. I have the account for so long. Why am I, some idiot says, oh, this something wasn't appropriate. We're going to suspend them. Well, can you check to see if it was hacked or what was it? Or it was someone's crying wolf? During the World Cup, when they were having that World Cup, I kept getting a lot of copyright claims about videos that had nothing to do with the World Cup. People just are malicious. They're just so malicious, putting stupidity out there. And Facebook, instead of taking it, because it's all AI software, and that's an issue with the AI because, someone put a claim where the AI software sees it, they bye. Instead of, you need someone to check it out. Why is it? No, there's not. And I had to appeal a lot of times and got it reversed, and it just got to the point where one morning I wake up, it's deactivated, and I'm like, okay, how do I get it back on? So I'm really upset and bothered with that, especially the a lot of different time and people we're going to lose if we don't get that reactivated. Judge will play tomorrow, Aiden. He will. There's a swing and a miss because it's a split squad game for the New York Yankees, so they're going to need all hands on deck. He'll play maybe an inning or two. He'll play. Especially at home. If it's at George M. Steinbrenner Field, he will be at home. A lot of times they don't send a lot of the players on the road trips. Foul tip in there for a strike. Weiset. Very impressive. Derek Cole struck out 3 straight times. So we go to the 5th inning, 2-1 Phillies. Phillies with 2 runs, 8 hits. Yankees 1 run, 3 hits. Halfway through the game. Now, when we're talking about here with trying to get my channel back up and running, it's crazy because anyone could just put a claim and you're screwed, Chris. This is why it sucks. Dominguez has been okay. He hasn't done anything spectacular there. He had a 3-0 count. He swung in a 3-0 count and rolled over a ground ball. I think it's gonna be his second at bat. Let me look at my his second at bat is coming up here. He'll be batting in this inning. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Dominguez will be getting his second at bat.
Yeah, I think after his at bat, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, when people do all that reporting stuff on stuff that they just want to see people, fail and everything, that's not cool.
And you know what's funny thing about it, Chris? The Heal the Ring Facebook group page is still going. They haven't turned it off, but I'm not administrator because I can't get into my account. So I'm not administrator. I could just be there and look at it. But if I wanted to police it, clean it up, or post something, or even stream directly on it, I can't because my account is stopped right now. It's suspended for a moment. And the thing is, it sucks because I got wrestling stuff to put there, and it's like, yeah, it's like, the kid, we need Peraza or Volpe to go at it. You think Caputo did it? Nah, Caputo's not. Caputo is cool. Caputo, he could get a little bit unhinged, but Caputo, I don't think Caputo will. Never say never, but I don't think it was Caputo. I don't think Caputo will scoop down to that level there.
What the hell? I'm done. I'm leaving off that. Peace.
There it comes. Dominguez hits this one deep to left field. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Jason Dominguez sends a UFO out to left field. Oh, the Martian is at it. And the Yankees tie the game. There we go.
How the hell did he hit that? I don't even want to know.
Wow. Aiden, I put the
All right.
chat there. If you will, like, if you want to join us on the watch along, Aiden, come on. You could. Chris, you out? Chris, you sure you don't want to stick
Yeah.
around, man? All right.
I gotta get some lunch before I go in.
Hey, you got to see Dominguez hit the home run.
Yeah, I don't even know how the hell he hit that. That was crazy.
Hey, that's why they call him the Martian.
All right, Kev. I'll be back tomorrow on the next stream.
You got it, my friend. That's Chris the
Y'all have a
Flash.
good day.
Absolutely. That's my partner here on the watch along, Chris the Flash. Always joins us on the Yankee watch along here. And of course, he has his channel as well, Chris the Flash. YSY. And definitely check him out. Esteban Flores flies out. So we're all leaving a 2-2 here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, what a terrible hack by... Ugh. Terrible hack by Anthony Seager. Seager struck out his first time up. Seager looks a little overmatched, like he doesn't belong in the majors. I mean, at least in the last at bat and this swing. Here's a pitch. Outside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. You got the lefty in there. So Dominguez hitting it off the lefty. Dominguez is a switch hitter, and he hit the shot left center field there. Blue City, yes. Dominguez needs to be on the Yankees lineup with the big boys. I don't know if they swing and a miss. It's going to be a numbers game, Blue City, because he has options. They don't want to bring him up yet. Money, the clock, all that minutia, politics. I don't know if Dominguez, but if he's playing out of his mind, man, my goodness, I want Dominguez to make it impossible for the Yankees brass to justify why they're sending him down. It's going to be up to the player. He's got to not just hit the ball, but defensively doing the right baseball. No, Aiden, I use the MLB app. I'll be honest with you. I use the MLB app. And also the Philly ballpark is really small. It's a small stadium, Steve. It is. But I think that would have went out on George M. Steinbrenner Field as well, personally. That was a shot. It was a nice shot. Although there is a breeze heading out to the outfield. It's a nice summer breeze. It's not a cold breeze. It's a nice warm. It's warm out here. It's this week that has passed. It went from fall, like cold, winter, right into midsummer, summer in mid-June, late June. That's how it is here. There's no spring for us here in Florida, to be honest with you. Like that 75, 70 degrees, 65, it goes from 55 right into summer, 85 degrees. So yeah, that's Florida for you. Here's a pitch there to Falefa. It's 0-2 to count. Yogi was a notorious bad ball hitter. Once he hit a bounce pitch for a homer. Yeah, Yogi was known for that. The 2-0 count for Falefa. Falefa hits it the opposite way and he fouls it out. So we're all leaving it 2-2. I do have that as well, Aiden. I do have the Apple TV. Apple TV's changing their format with the streaming. The pitch misses 1-2. They got Wayne Randazzo, I believe, is now a broadcaster there. They got rid of some of the old broadcasters who the experiment didn't work for them. They got so much criticism on the folks that were broadcasting. They brought now MLB broadcasters in there, 2-2. One thing I don't like about Apple TV, they don't give you the options. If you want to watch it Apple TV, you should. But if you want to watch it on your team app, like you said, the Yes app. If you're playing the Yes or the team baseball team's app that they have where they could stream the games, you should be able. You shouldn't just be submerged just to Apple TV. I understand you want to get the Apple TV audience, but I think they should not. As here's Kalefa says this one, lines this one and deep left field if it's fair, and then it's off the base of the wall. Cave plays it extremely well, and he makes it to second and third for Falefa. Gets a double off the wall now. Yankees got something cooking here. All right, so Falefa's going to get pinch run here. They're driving people to the Yes app for tomorrow's game. Also, it's going to be on MLB Network. If you're outside of the New York metropolitan area, if you have MLB Network, it'll be on the MLB Network, as there's a swing and a miss there for Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres was 2 for 2 here. This should be his last at bat. You don't want to overextend your starters for too long here. Of course, Gleyber Torres will be in team Venezuela national team, and the pitch outside for a ball, 1 strike. I believe the Mets play tonight at 6. They have a split squad game. They're playing a game currently now, and the Marlins. Here's Gleyber, golf this one, pop this one, and this is going to be an infield fly rule, and he makes the catch for the second out. Phil Rizzuto, it's already in the Hall of Fame, Steve. Yes, Phil Rizzuto was voted by the Veterans Committee, I think back in 97, if I'm not mistaken, 96. I'm not too sure which those years. I know the year is wrong. I know he was voted into the Hall of Fame. Here's Cabrera outside. And he says, Nick Zach says, we'll love to see the team bat or average over 260. That will help our pitchers. Indeed. Here's a pop-up at the end of the bat. This might drop into no man's land, and it drops for a base hit. Yankees 1 run in. They take the lead. Let's see if 2 runs comes in. And, of course, both runs, the Yankees take the lead here. So the Yankees up, take the lead on the Philadelphia Phillies here, 4-2. So it's a bloop hit there for Oswaldo Cabrera. He gets 2 RBIs. It goes down as a double. It found no man's land. Now, this is just spring training. It's just for the fun, going on there, getting into the watch-along spirit of the baseball, calling on balls and strikes, getting to build a backup the Yankee audience for the Bronx Bombers strike back. Rendon, where do we see Rendon? Rendon, if he's healthy, he's going to be a very key part with the Yankees. But here's the thing. One thing that concerns me, Rendon, in a walk year, in a contract year, he stood healthy and pitched well. Ever since then, he always has some injuries. And that's the only thing that concerns me with a Rendon. Barring injuries, barring health, he's going to be really well for the Yankees. We're going to enjoy him, but he's got to stay healthy. The pitch clock has had no issues with this game. Here's Bader outside for a ball, 1-0. No issues with the pitch clock, Aiden. Everything's going smooth. No issues. We saw Machado had an issue earlier in a couple games there. They called him for a strike and stuff there. So far, he hasn't reared his ugly head in this game yet. And the pitch. He bounced this one. Good stop there by the catcher. 2-0 the count to Harrison Bader. So one thing a lot of Yankee fans wants to see, a full season with Harrison Bader in center field. We got some warm-up action for the Phillies. Adams starting to warm up for the Philadelphia Phillies. Mike Adams. Here's the pitch. Swing it. A miss. Cut there. So Yankees is taking the lead here, 4-2. Hey, few hits makes the playoffs. Players settle down. You could work on weakness in other areas. Absolutely. The pitch. Down low. If the Yankees could play this regular, start the season where they're ahead, they take the leads early on teams, rely on their pitching, continue good pitching, good bullpen, and pitch ahead always, not always have to mount comebacks. It brings a lot of pitching easy as a ground ball to third, cross the diamond in time. The inning comes to a conclusion, but the Yankees do take the lead. They get 3 runs here, and now they lead 4-2. So 2-run single by Cabrera, a home run by the Martian, Jason Dominguez, and we have a 4-2 lead here. The Yankees do play the Braves and the Blue Jays tomorrow. The Yankees have a split squad game. Yankees, I believe half of the squad will be in Disney here in Orlando, and the other and the Blue Jays. Oh, I think I got it backwards. I think the Yankees. Let me look at that. which is the home game. Either that or they're going to Dunedin and play the Blue Jays in Dunedin. All in all, it's a split squad game. No, they play tomorrow at home. They host the Braves at home. That'll be in George M. Steinbrenner Field. And they will go to Dunedin tomorrow, the other half of the squad in Toronto against Toronto. Dunedin is not that far from the Yankee compound either. That's about 30 minutes away, 45 minutes away as well. It's like, let me see. I'm trying to give you guys a visual from if you're in Yankee Stadium and you gotta go and you have to drive and travel to, let's say, and down the to where Brooklyn State, where the Brooklyn Bridge, let's put it that way, with the traffic, the same amount of time that from Yankee Stadium to Metro West or Metro Tech over by where the Brooklyn Nets play. Just to give you an idea of how much of a travel by car or by the distance. That's how far Dunedin is from Yankee compound. Not far because it's all highway, and of course you're able to drive 65 to 70 miles per hour in the Florida highways in it, so it's not that far of a drive. And you definitely get to watch. That's how far. Just to give you guys a visual, if you haven't been into the Central Florida area where the Yankees play and where all these teams are located. So Ben Cowles comes in for Gleyber Torres at second base. Sweeney is in the game. We got a new pitcher. We get Tyler Darnish coming in for Greg Reset. Matt Burns replaced the third baseman William Defoe. So we're starting to get some names that we don't really ain't familiar with as the game gets later in the game. We start getting some players that, just there to fill up spring training invites to see what they have there in their minor league systems, or, international, they could probably sign as a free agent just to see what they got. 2-0 the count for some depth. Some of these minor league affiliates need players from the AAA, single A, double A, and they want to see if they could sign some free agents to join in case they need. That's a swing and a miss. They could bring in some pitchers. Don't know that. Oh, Sosa got plunked. I heard that one there, but it hit him on the meaty part of the bone of the body there in the back. I mean, nobody wants to get a baseball hit to you, but so we're gonna get a pinch runner. Here comes Eric Brito. Will pinch run for Sosa. So Eduardo Mundo, a pitch. Now his night is over. We've got Brito come in running for him. Yes, there are different rules. You're allowed to use. We saw that. We saw an impressive from Alex come in and pitch well there. Here's a pitch. There's an upside. There's a strike. And Vasquez came in twice there. He gave up the home run. He was relieved by Alex. Oh my God, I forget his name. I know the first name was Alex. I should have wrote it down. There's a throw over to first. You're allowed to bring in certain pitchers back and forth. They relaxed the rules. It's just for spring training, just for to see what some of these pitchers got. Here's Garrett Stubbs, 0 for 2, grounded out, flied out. And the pitch. This one is flied out of play. 0-2 to count. The 2-0, 0-2 to punch to Stubbs. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. So the Yankees have taken the lead 4-2. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. First game of the spring between these two teams. I'm trying to see if I go to Tampa this year, Aiden. Yes, I definitely will try. That's in the plans. Yes. The pitch. That is this foul out of play. Maybe when we go see a Yankee Tampa Bay Ray game, Maybe we'll meet up with anyone that lives in the Central Florida area from the channel, wants to see the game. We'll meet up. We'll do a Bronx Bombers Strike Back, a little get together before the game. We'll sit, and after the game, just break bread either before the game, some lunch or something, and we'll definitely would love to see them as Stubbs goes down on the strikes, one down. Got to see some nice folks in MSG. Not MSG at MSG South in Orlando when the Magics host the Knicks from the Return of the Knicks podcast. So here's Josh Hammerson. He 1 for 2. He doubled last time up. Takes a breaking ball outside for a ball. 1-0. So double duties tonight here. Later on this evening, 7:30, the New York Knicks take on the Pelicans. We'll have the watch along. Boy, what a nice game the Knicks gave us yesterday, beating the Washington Wizards on the road. That was a good game. We'll have that watch along. The Knicks are on a back-to-back, and here's the pitch. There's a call strike. There we go. Knicks, Yankee. Knicks Yak, I keep calling him Yankee Yak. And played in the men's league until 41 years old. Those hit in the media areas don't heal fast as you get older. Yes. Those welts you get. Yes, I know what you mean. And the thing is, they hurt after a while, especially if you get hit like in between, right underneath the gluteus maximus, on your calf area, on your hip. Man, if you start bending as you get older, you can't bend because it's just black and blue. And yeah, I know what you mean. And the pitch. Up and in. 2-2 to count. Yes, welcome back, Big Money Mitch. Yes, that was great to see Mitchell Robinson with a double-double. First game back, man. That's a hell of a game yesterday, man. I really enjoyed it, man. The chat, the everyone in the chat, everyone watching along, that was a good, fun game. And he got him for a strikeout. 3 back-to-back Ks there. I forgot about the whistle. I usually get the whistle. I usually have the. Hey, it's spring training, guys. It's spring training, and I got to get back into the acclimation of the way we always do in the program, with the strikeout horn, the 2 strikeout, I gotta yeah. We got 30 days before we get into full season blast, and the pitch. Outside for a ball. Reynolds will be a Yankee or Machado. Aiden, I think Machado is gonna go to the Mets. I have a feeling. If the Padres are selling a player, if he's if he opts out of his contract, I think the Mets get Machado with the Buck Showalter connection and all that. I think Manny Machado will be a Met more than the Yankees, be honest with you. That's just a feeling. And the pitch. This one is lined, smoked to right field, off against the wall. Brito's running around. They're going to hold him there. The throw to second. And nope, in time. Cave, 2 hits tonight. So we got second and third with 2 outs, though. Phillies trying to answer back here. Wow, he pulled that one and took it all the way to the wall there. Oh, he almost stumbled there. Look at that. He almost fell. Man, you could tell even the runners are in spring training. They can't even run the bases right. My God, it looked. And here's the pitch. Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. We got Wilson. Weston Wilson, who has a homer. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run shot. Who gave the Phillies the lead early. And the pitch. This one is hit hard. Left field, and it's going to be in. And it's a base hit. We have a tie game. 1 run's in. It got passed here. Cabrera misplayed it. Took a mishap. So it's a 2-run double there. Although misplayed that. Overran it. And it took a weird bounce. So Weston Wilson is the reason for the Phillies. Got all 4 of their RBIs here early in this game. He has a 2-run shot. A 2-run double. And we're leaving again. Yeah, Cabrera overran it. Of course, we saw Cabrera's miscues a little bit, rear himself in the Yankees in the ending of the regular season. I think Cabrera is more of a middle infielder than an outfielder. I know he's playing that out of because he wants to play and he's done well. I believe right field was a better play for him. I remember we saw he caught that home run and stole that home run in right field. I think he's a better right fielder than a left fielder, but it is what it is. Here's Machine. Machine, there's a ground ball, right side, right there, backhanded. Kyles throws the first. The inning comes to a conclusion. Machine is out. So the Phillies tie the game here. So 4-4 here would go to the sixth inning. All the money Mets spent on it and GM, they say it doesn't mean we're going to win. How sad if George would have the man winning. You know what? If George was alive, just think about this. I know it's a different time. I know George would have been close to almost 90 years old. Just think about the money both teams would have been spending on the bidding wars if Cohen and Steinbrenner both on owning the teams at the same time. George Steinbrenner, not the current Steinbrenner family that we have now, but if George was around, my goodness, with Cohen, my goodness, the wars, the New York City wars. I think they definitely would have put in they would have definitely killed the sport of baseball by putting a salary cap like they do in football and basketball. So we have a change of inning here. And Nixiak, one thing about yesterday, with the basketball, before we get back to the Yankees real quick, the Knicks winning last night and having everyone pretty much who we chasing lose from the Cavaliers. I believe that I didn't see the full scoreboard. After I went off the air, Cavaliers were getting their bells rung. Bucks were beating the Heat. Brooklyn was getting annihilated by Chicago. All those teams either we're chasing two out of the three teams, and we also want to put some distance away from the Heat. The Knicks managed to get games all on that one of them, and you gotta love that was a productive night for the Knicks, not just winning that big tough game. I guess I know the Wizards aren't world beaters. They're not going to make the postseason, but still, first game back, they were hitting the three balls. They were unconscious from 3-point land. Again, led by Julius Randle's 46 points. That was a nice win, man. What a great win. I am very giddy about it. I know we're going to break down more of it later tonight at the watch along, but man, I know you're here, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about Knicks there while we have in between innings here. Francisco Morales will come in and pitch for the Philadelphia Phillies. We're all leaving at 4-4 here. First game of the spring training is the top of the sixth inning. And here's the first pitch. First pitch swinging. He grounds this one to second. Nice play there by the second baseman. Slides, throws in time. One pitch, one out. So with one out, here let's see who's up to play. They didn't change here. We got another pinch hitter. Here's a first ball swinging Yankee. Boy, these Yankees hitters have a cab fare going. Pops up into center field. 2 quick outs. Didn't even see who it was there. That was Benjamin Cowell, flied out to center. So some of these names are new to me, first time seeing him. Here's Jason Dominguez getting his third at bat here. And inside for a strike. So he homered last time up from the right side. He's back again to the left. He led off the game batting from the left side with the right-hander. Now they changed him over to the right side. Now he's getting an at bat from the left side. Let's see. Here we go. There's a ball down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yankees are going to try to play Judge and left and right. They said that. There was talks about that, especially in big game situation or series. We might see Judge in left, Bader in center, and Stanton in right. They say that's their best lineup, especially when you're playing a big series. You know, it maybe in a season, right, in a series that you need against the divisional rivals, or anyone there that they desperate need that game. They might go with they're predicting that might be their best lineup as we get another. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Jason Dominguez. You saw the Yankees gave him a green light on 3-0. You gave him a green light here in 3-1. He has a homer. He's 1 for 2. He's ahead of the count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Morales with the pitch and the 3-1. Dominguez pops up. Let's see if it's going to be in play. It's in play and at short and makes the play to the shortstop. The inning come conclusion. So the Yankees go 1-2-3 here. We go to the bottom of the 6th, all even at 4. Here on the BX Sports Network on the Bronx Bombers Stride Back Waddle. If the Knicks play their best in the playoffs, we could get to the final 50 years the last chip. A little luck, who knows? I never limit Nick Yak. I never limit my team. Numerous again. I don't limit the team. I don't go. What I mean. What do you mean? What I mean is, I could see the Knicks only going. You know, if we get to the postseason and we get we win one series. You know, I'm okay with it. If we go to the semifinals, no, I don't limit them. I'm not the ones who say, if I just say, you know what, if the Knicks get in the postseason, I'm going to sit back and enjoy. Anything is possible. I don't limit them. If we make it to the finals, we make it to the finals. If we win the whole thing, we win the whole thing. Anything can happen. That's what the love and the passion, the unpredictability of sports. You never know. You know, every few years you have miracles. You have Miracle on Ice. You saw, whoever thought, you know, the United States hockey team will beat the Russians in 1980 in Lake Placid? Who would have known that the New York Giants will go out there and beat an undefeated Patriots team? Who knew? Who knows? You never know what could happen. Never underestimate, never limit your team, you know, with your words and say they're only going to go this far. You just sit back. You know what? I'm here. I'm a fan of this team. And if they play well, I know what they're capable of. If they all play well and everything at sync, anything can happen in sports. You know, the ball is round. Anything. You know, for one series, someone could play above and beyond their head. They're all professionals. They're all special players. They're the best of the world. They're the best that made this league. To make it to this league, at any given night, anyone could ball out. Yes, the usual people, night in, night out, who has the more talented normally wins. But when it comes to a team sport, man, I never put limitations or think my team is out. I always call me naive, but I'm always thinking my team has a chance to win. Yes, Tibbs could coach, even if the OB fans think differently. Hey, this is the reason why he's here. This is why they went and bought Tom Thibodeau, to change not just the culture, the direction of the team, the development of the team, the narrative of the Knicks organization and team. You bring a coach there to establish this, you know, to establish basketball IQ 101 basketball. The Knicks played last night winning basketball. There's a change up, 1 ball, 1 strike. And you kind of like that, Nick Yak, even if your favorite player is not playing. In my case, I love Obi Toppin, but I understand why he's not playing, although minutes that he deserved. But when he was out there, he was impactful. Yes, I'm going to ride and die with all my teams. I am made in the same way. I ride and die with the Yankees. I ride and die with the Knicks. I ride and die with both Jets and Giants. Yes, I said both. Rangers, I ride and die with them. I'm going to go with this team to the very end and swing and a miss. And I'm prideful. You know what? When we were 1 and 13, the Jets, I'm wearing my Jets gear out in public. When the Knicks were we had that bad season before Tom Thibodeau got here, I was wearing my Knicks jersey. And yeah, you vote for the Knicks. And meanwhile, you see all the bandwagoners with Curry jerseys, you know, and I'm like, bullshit. And I call them, and I love it because I get into not the arguments, but the conversation, the debates back and forth. As the one pitch and swing, we kick 1 ball, 1 strike for Rhea. I go, Okay, you're a Golden State fan. Oh, I see. I said, okay, so who in 1992, who was your point? One simple question: can you name me your backcourt in '92 for your Golden State Warriors? You hear mums the word. Oh, I didn't watch basketball back then. But if you love that team, wouldn't you go out of the way to know the history of that team of Golden State as the pitch? They couldn't tell you it was Mitch Richmond and Tim Hardaway. They couldn't even tell you that, Or I love when the Heatles first came around. They didn't even know who the hell was Harold Miner or Ronnie Cycli for the Miami Heat. Well, no, I'm a Heat fan. Okay, you couldn't. Maybe I tell you, Ronnie Cycli, what position he played. I remember I had those conversations with Miami Heat fans who were jumping on the bandwagon fans. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So my point is, you tell me, who was the Knicks point guard back in 1990 is going to be Mark Jackson, Ross Strickland. You ask me, who was their bench player who won the slam dunk contest? Kenny Skywalker. Now, my point is, I know my history of my team. I follow it. I hate these bandwagoners that they jump in. It's fine. You could like it. Maybe a team captivates you to want to watch them, but at least get to know the history before you want to talk smack. Is a ground ball to second baseman in play. The inning comes to conclusion. 4-3 to put up. So we're on to the 7th. 4-4 game. Boy, that guy is tall. Mike Fizdale did have a good winning record there, Nick's Yak. But let me ask you this, Nick. Would you have liked to kept Mike Miller, or if you had a chance to get a Thibodeau? And I understand why they did that. I understand. I kind of like Mike Miller personally. I said, you know what? Nick's getting something outside the box, trying to bring in the flash of the pan coach. They tried it with Hornacek. They tried it here with Fizdale because he was with this and this and that. And then I saw Thibodeau. I was like, damn, Thibodeau's good. They're gonna win, but both spots that he was in left sour tastes on those organizations. And I was like, damn, why can't we just get a Mike Miller? He has something building there. But I was okay with Thibodeau because I knew the Knicks were going to be at least a 500 or just a couple games above 500 with a Tom Thibodeau immediately, because he's going to teach them fundamentals, winning basketball. And Mike Miller would have done probably the same, but not what Thibodeau did here. But Mike Miller would have brought them close to 500, a middle of the pack. But I don't think when you bring a Mike Miller, I think the owner would have not been patient or would have been impatient to see results quick. And I think the axe on Mike Miller would have been quicker than a Tom Thibodeau. That's just me saying. Oh, yes, Aiden. The question is yes on that one, on your question. Wow. One thing I see, I'm seeing them showing the camera angles on the concession stands, on the arena, on the stadium. Boy, it's packed. A lot of people were itching to see the Philly baseball. They're back and forth, the concession stands. Listen, when you're in Florida, there's a lot of things to do, but baseball, you only get it for a short time here, for a whole month, and it's a big deal. The spring training is a big deal in Florida. I know it's a spring training, XYZ, and why don't they go see the Tampa Bay Rays and the Marlins? It's one thing because there's so much to do with the warm weather in Florida. This is perfect week when spring training arrives in Florida. Perfect weather. That's outdoor stuff. You go watch baseball. When the summertime comes, you go to the beach, you go to the pools, you don't really go to the stadium because it's too warm. I know they are air conditioner, environment control, but there's so much other things to do in the summertime. You associate with this weather, nice, perfect weather, to be watching baseball. It's just, I don't know, it's a psychological thing. I think that's why baseball in Florida is tough for it to work because of the weather. That's just my opinion. So Baker's the new pitcher. So Pereira coming in. So Andrew Baker coming in here. Baker, a record of 4-1 with a 3.98 ERA for the Phillies, and the pitch. Foul straight back. Pereira fouls it out. You know what? You might be right. And Nick's both comments with you told Aiden about joining the team, fun, and the Mike Miller question. That one's a good one there. That's a really good one. The Jays and Pirates play right now. That's in Bradenton. Phillies play in Bradenton. That's a nice area, Bradenton. I love staying there when I stay in the Tampa Bay area. The Bradenton area is really nice, near the Skyway Bridge. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes. So Everson Pereira goes down. Man, what? It's so good to do Yankee baseball. Or just baseball, period. I can't wait for the World Baseball Classic. Here's the first pitch in there for a call strike. Chaparro. We saw Chaparro play last year for the Yankees, part of their minor league system. And the pitch. Outside, they got to check. He did go, so he takes a strike. And here comes the pitch. Did he go? He did not go. 1-2. I'm lagging. Am I lagging? It kind of seems like it, right, guys? And the pitch. Outside. I'll try to fix that. Give me a second, guys. I'll fix that if I have a chance there. And the pitch. He misses. 3-2 the count. The game is moving along, and it is with the pitching count. I think it is. I believe it is. Hopefully my internet is working great here. You guys can see. Swing and a miss. So Trey Sweeney will come up to the plate. I'm trying to get on and try to fix it. Maybe there's the lagging issues. No, I can see starting to move here. So Trey Sweeney. And the pitch. Misses outside. Now, Trey Sweeney is a shortstop. And, of course, they got a lot of shortstop for the Yankee organization here. Here's a pitch. And he misses. Trey Sweeney, kindly highly talented here. They like Sweeney. They drafted him here. But you got Volpe, you got Raza, you got Sweeney. There's a lot of shortstop. You know, this is a reason why the Yankees didn't jump into that shortstop pool in 2 years ago with all the shortstops available, because they have a lot in their system. They just need a kind of effort to be a bridge gap to Sweeney or Volpe or Peraza. So Yankees got some middle infielders here. That's why a lot of people think they're going to make a move. And Sweeney pops this one up into the infield. De La Cruz makes the play. Boy, that guy's a big tree, inning over. So the Yankees go in order. 7th inning stretch here. Bogarts is a better version of IKF. I agree. Bogarts was good, but Xander Bogaerts got a lot of money from the Padres, man. I kind of wanted Bogarts for the Yankees, you know, for a 3-year deal, personally. And you would have traded either Peraza or Volpe, one or the other, with some picks to try to get here Brian Reynolds. But man, he got a lot. I can't blame Bogarts for getting that money that he got, dude. That was a lot of good. That's a good job on him getting that payday from the Padres. I can't fault them on that one, buddy. That's a good one. So it's 7th inning stretch time here, all even 4-4. I wonder, you know, if the game stays even and they'll play probably one inning of extra innings, and they'll call it a tie. There is ties in baseball in the spring training. No sense of going long but I don't know if in spring training if they'll use the ghost runner. We know the ghost runner is a permanent staple in all MLB games, regular season, for the ghost runner. I don't know if they're going to do it in the spring with the ghost runner, to see if they'll do it. Who knows? Personally, you have to play at least one inning with a ghost runner. Personally, because you want to implement the bunt, you want to implement strategies. Playing the infield in, moving and doing certain things, hit and run, whatever the case is, bunt and run, your bunt defense. I think those are the things you want to implement in the regular season, in the preseason to practice, because you're going to need to go into situational baseball, especially in the regular season when you're trying to win some games here. So we're going here into the bottom of the seventh inning here, all even at 4. Philadelphia will have the other home team, of course. They're in Clearwater. So, and the pitch, foul out of play. We got Brito in for the Philadelphia Phillies. New pitcher for the Yankees, DJ Snelton. So Snelton, he was from the Rays, a left-hander, big, tall lefty. Don't know too much, just an invite. And here's a throw. And 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch coming. Snelton deals in there for a call strike. 1-2. So he's got a kind of a weird, funky delivery from the left side, like a little herky-jerky. Big, tall guy, though. He's big guy. I thought he would throw hard, but he looks like he's just a crafty lefty, and he gets the call strike 3. So we get the strikeout. Let's see if do I have the strikeout clip? No, I don't. No, here it is. Yeah, I found the clip. Get a strikeout there. And here's the pitch outside to Francesca. Some of these minor leaguers, 1-0 the count. And the pitch. 2-0. Oh, it's called Friscia. So Vito Friscia. He's a catcher. Friscia. Hardly knew you. The 2-0 pitch. Three 3-0. So he falls behind the count 3-0 here. So Friscia, local guy out of Hofstra. Didn't know that. He's from Hofstra, from Long Island. So a local kid here. And the pitch. Inside. He takes a walk. So Friscia gets on with a 1-out walk. The local kid from Hofstra University. That's nice to see that. Local kid. And look at the cameraman sitting down in the front row. Get your butt up. Oh, there's the Philly fanatic. So Snelton deals the first pitch, gets away from the catcher, gets away, and on the second base was Friscia. Friscia will go on a wild pitch there. Aiden, let me see there. Let me see. Is there any pitchers that we know, like Clay Holmes, Wally Peralta, Michael King? If they are, I don't think they'll pitch Aiden. They would have opened the game. Well, just Weissert was one that we heard. We remember him. Weber was another one that we saw come up with the Yankees that time. But I think they'll make their debuts probably tomorrow, or at the split squad. I think this here is mostly invites. They'll be honest with you. And the pitch. This is foul back. Out of play. Yeah, you're right. He did play well 3/4 of the season, and maybe the pressure mounted on him when the Yankees wanted a shortstop, trade for a shortstop, whatever the case was, and just got into his head. Maybe he was a little injured. They didn't say nothing. Or maybe he had some nicked up at shortstop, playing a lot. Maybe, who knows? There's a 3-1. He walks. Philly. My friend rented the Philly Fanatic for his son's bar mitzvah. I danced with him. You did. That's cool, man. That's cool, man. That would have been a nice bar mitzvah to attend there to see the Philly Fanatic. That cool. Mazel tov. That's awesome. Awesome, my friend. Man, that's a nice one. That's a nice gift. Is your friend's son are they Philly fans? Obviously, if they got the Fanatic there, that is cool. The pitch, a pie. Rincon. I know they do that with Mr. Met as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Rincon. This one is popped up and it's going to go high, out of play. Mets, yeah, the payroll is at 293 million. I believe for the Mets, 293. Or is that the Yankees payroll? Mets are up close to that. Mets are like 297 to 293 to pitch. Inside. Let's see. We'll take a look. Oh, even went to the fantasy camp. Wow. He's like Cosmo Kramer going to the Yankee, and hope he doesn't punch Cleve Boyer in the face there. Or Mickey Mantle. Remember that one? And the pitch. This one, Tapper, right in front of the plate. Throws to first and got him. So runners move, advance, second and third with 2 outs now. So you put that 1-3 on the put out if you're scoring it at home. You know, I like to score the game. And here's the pitch. This one popped up. And let's see if it makes the seats. And it will. Foul, out of play. So then second and third here with 2 outs. And the pitch up high. Oh, man, sorry to hear that, your friend. Unfortunately, my friend passed away in 2012. He was actually buried in a Phillies uniform from that camp. Wow. Rest in peace there. That's the way I would like to. That's what I'd said. I want a Yankee flag in my grave there. Part of the tombstone. Have a Yankee emblem there. And yes, forget about the suit. I want to be in the Yankees jersey as well. I second that one. Give me a Yankee jersey, a Knicks hat. A WWE title around my waist in the pitch. Ooh, hit him right in between the 1 and the 2, right in between the numbers. Oof. So the Mets are currently at 290. No, actually, shy of 288. 288 million for the Mets. So $288 million, Stevie Cohen. It would have been over that threshold if they would have signed Carlos Correa. I'll tell you what the Yankees' current payroll is. The Yankees are currently right now at shy of 260. So the Yankees are shy of 260. So that's a lot of money. and he want to be along with Trish. And the 1-0 pitch coming. Up high. Yeah, let's see. I would think about that. Yankee jersey. Knicks or even my bottoms will be the Knicks. I got some Knicks shorts there. Who cares about the suit? I want to be in a, when I wake up, if we do wake up, come back from the eternal sleep, I want to be with my Yankee. Oh yeah, I'm a Yankee fan. Yeah, I got the WWE title. I was yeah, definitely. So 2-1 count coming. Big 2-1 and the pitch inside. So 3-1. So Sneal has been struggling here. Snelton has been struggling. Who's that warming up for the Yankees? We got some Yankee warm up. I believe this is gonna be his last hitter. 3-1 pitch coming. He forces a run in. Ball 4. So 5. Phillies take a 5-4 lead here on the base on ball. And here comes Buffon for the pitching change. Of course, 5. So Frasca comes in to score. Here comes Buffon with the long walk with the bubble gum in his mouth. I know Maria disliked that. So the bases will still be loaded. So he'll go to the right-hander. Not a good impressive there for Snelton. Remember, he's a spring training invite. Probably using one more time before getting the axe when Yankees make the cut. Although Yankees going to keep more players because remember, there's the World Baseball Classic. You won't have Gleyber Torres. He's going to play for Venezuela. You're going to lose a couple players going to the World Baseball. Yeah, so Nick Pajamas. Yeah, you go. Nick's Pajamas. You're right. I got actually Nick shorts. It comes with the whole jersey, the top of the jersey, the whole basketball uniform. I have it. But it's shorts, not pajamas. The Fanatic costume was very gamey. Grimy or gamey. I think they did, Aiden. The Yankees spent enough money. I know they didn't. I know everybody didn't get the sexy names here. But who they really were gonna bring in here? I know we could talk about that over and over. Correa, he had them with the medicals. I think that the Yankees did okay. I would have liked them to gotten one more pitcher. Along with Rendon, I wouldn't mind them getting Sean Manaea. Would have been the name instead of them going to San Francisco. But just bring another pitcher in here. I think they would have done that, or maybe one more. Be honest with you, that's what if I want to complain, I wish they would have got. You can never have too much pitching. You can never have too much pitching. I think for what was out there, Aiden, I think they did well because I don't think I'm glad they didn't give Xander as much as I wanted Xander Bogaerts probably playing for the Yankees, but not for the number that they gave the Padres gave him. No. I'm glad they did it, so I'm okay with it. There's always trade opportunities, with Corbin. Not happy with the Milwaukee Brewers. Look at me, Milwaukee Braves. Milwaukee Brewers, that's a name that's out there in the middle of the season. If he starts playing well and there's contract extensions and there's, they already have a severed relation with the arbitration and all that. That's a name that the Yankees might want to pounce on, trade to get. That's a name that you go for. Foul straight back. The San Diego Chicken, that was supposed to be the best guy in all of baseball. They need to bring him back. Yeah, yeah. With 2 outs. Here is the Venezuelan, the 24-year-old, swing and a miss. Throw it behind and it gets away. And an error off the first baseman, and now takes another run. Lee comes to score. So Chaparro could not squeeze that as the catcher was being aggressive. They had him easily there. And this is the type of time of the year when you do it. You know, you want to pick someone off. He
Now, can you guys hear me? Okay, so I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties there. So sorry, guys. All right. For some reason, somehow, the StreamYard Blues. This is not from the computer, it's from the streaming platform, because this happens a lot when it comes to whenever I do Yankee watch-alongs, around the 7th inning, or when you ever get the 2 hour and 25-minute mark. For some reason, StreamYard gives us these blues. And if you see anyone who uses the StreamYard application, they keep getting that. I'll lower the music just a little bit. We do apologize for it. I'll try to get everything back up and running in a second. That's why it's always good to have backup plans along with you. Yeah, I was lagging. I know that. Sorry about that, folks. And it's not the internet connection. I have a good internet connection because I'm streaming the game. Nothing is lagging there. And there's only 3 devices plugged in, and they're all hardwired, not wireless. It's the streaming platform to bring you this on YouTube is what's lagging. Once I get this fixed, we'll see the scoreboard. I have the camera off for a moment. So again, do apologize for the minor issues here. All right, so Phillies taking the lead here. Yankees will come up here to bat. And hopefully I get this going. New pitcher, Trey Cobb. All right.
okay. Outside for a ball. Guys, how does it look? Does it sound better? Thank you guys for the patience for allowing me here. It is a pitch. This is grounded to short. Field throws across the diamond in time. Again, thank you guys for patiently waiting. It's just, hey, this is what happens when you go live in living color, where you're gonna have all types of mistakes here, all types of errors, especially with the streaming platform that just gives us a little bit of an issue. So with 1 out here, there's a call strike. And outside for a ball. And Steve, you said you've been to Citizen Bank Park, not a bad ballpark. I got to visit. That's one thing I want to do on my bucket list there, as there's a strike. You know, probably my first year of retirement from working. I want to go around and go to all the major league, take a summer, and take a Carlos Navarez is the pinch hitter here. I want to go to every major league ballpark, visit. Here's a pitch. There's foul. It doesn't. And I kind of said I want to go when the Yankees go, but you know what? At this point, I want to go just to visit the even if it's a non-Yankee game, just visit every ballpark in the major leagues just one time, for maybe one game. If I like it, I'll stay for two, so forth, and just watch it, experience it, experience and see which club. And there's a call, strike three, and experience all different ballparks. Have that fun. Get there and see what it, just experience it as a fan, as a baseball fan, not a Yankee fan, but as a baseball fan, going to these different parks and the food, the cultures, and then come at the end of the day and just make a assessment on which teams is fun. As Tyler Hardman comes in, he's a minor leaguer, so we're gonna get a lot of the deep bench here. I heard about that, Steve. Camden Yards, very nice. I've heard it from friends. I even I had a former partner here on the channel that would join us from watch alongs from time to time. He came, he streamed in live from Camden Yards. He said it's a great park. I have family members who tell me it's a beautiful park. I drove by there, when traveling from Orlando from traveling back from when I used to come down to Florida. I used to pass by Camden Yards, just driving by, but never, it was always in the wrong time. Baseball wasn't there. It was always in February, when this was many years ago. And I would have loved to gone to Camden Yards. That's one of the ballpark. It's a must-be place. Yes, believe it or not, I actually want to go attend a Boston Red Sox game, but against the Yankees. I want to be there. I want to do it in the summer. I don't have no interest to be there in the fall when it's chilly or cold, or in September, or in April. I want to go when it's nice and warm. I want to go there. I would love to go to a Boston Yankees game, personally. And the worst stadium was Olympic Park. The Expos played in. Yes, that's why they got contracted. A swing and a miss. The Yankees go down in order, 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was very impressive. Steve, don't go too far. The Tropicana Field here, where the Rays play, not a good stadium. Not a good stadium. It's not a good stadium, Steve. It's not. It's just. Let me see how I'm gonna say. Yeah, the one thing great about that stadium, it's in a controlled environment. You're gonna be in air condition, absolutely. But it's not a. I don't know. I don't like it. Especially living here in Florida when you have to drive back to Orlando, and when you leave the arena, when you leave the stadium, the bright moronic cops they don't let you, when you leave, the highway is right there. All you have to do is make a left. When you get out of the exit, you just make a left and you get on the highway and you go home. No, the moronic idiot cops, I don't know why they detour you on purpose. And put it this way, the detour that they send you is on the worst, terrible part of St. Petersburg of all. It's terrible. The neighborhood is horrible. You it's not the greatest place to drive in. You lock your doors and you look like you're gonna get carjacked. And they send you on this hiatus of a detour. If you don't have your GPS to get you back on the I-4 to get on the highway, boy, oof, they send you to a rough neighborhood on purpose. I think they do that crap on purpose, because it's like, dude, if I turn here, I'm on the highway and I'm on my way home. Why are you sending me all the way around on the detour? And the thing is, it's so big. It's not like I go around here, this block, I make another right. It's supposed to be nonsense. They send you on a one way that where there's nothing. You got to go about 3 miles into the bad neighborhood just to get out, just to get to where you need to go, and it sucks. That's why I hated going there. I always decide not really go. I go once a year for twice a year, maybe on a Saturday, and that's it. That's my complaint when it comes to Tampa. You passed up on a trip I almost built in the 80s, but I tried to go to San Fran Giants when they moved. That's another one I heard. The AT&T Park there in what was called Backpack Bell. I heard it's a really nice park. I heard it's beautiful. If you go in the summertime, you still need to bring a sweater or a jacket, light jacket, because it gets breezy. It's not as hot as we think. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. I kind of, you know where I kind of want to visit. Also, and here's a pitch. I kind of want to visit St. Louis. I don't know why. They look like they're good fans. I want to visit the Cardinals. Oh, it goes, must be better than sitting in the Meadowlands or Yankee parking garage upstairs and over an hour. See, here's, I don't know about it now. I don't know about it now, but here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now, I've been in Florida for almost 17, 18 years now. I haven't seen the new stadium. I've been used to go to the old Yankee Stadium. I lived in the Bronx. So believe it or not, we used to go walking back to, we leave our car in my grandmother's neighborhood. If you're familiar with the Bronx, wasn't too far is Yankee Stadium from back in 149 in the Jackson Avenue. It's a long walk, but when you're New Yorkers, you walk a lot. Popped up, shallow center field. We used to leave there and walk to Yankee, because there's so much to do. 108. There's so much to do when you're walking. You go through the 149, you see the Third Avenue, the stores, the bodegas, whatever the case is. We used to walk back and forth to Yankee Stadium. We avoid, and now I heard state parking is almost close to $60. If I go back to Yankee Stadium, I'll do the same thing I did when I was living there 20 plus years. I still know the neighborhoods. Just as long as you lock your cars and you don't leave anything showing in there where anyone could break your windows, except YZ, you could park and drive. You'll park and walk, park and take the mass, the 4 train. That's just me. Here's a fly ball to center field. This is going back. De La Cruz hit it hard, deep, back at the wall. It is gone. De La Cruz. This guy is like 6'6", and he's 6'8", and he nailed it to center field. A solo shot added on here, 7-4. Old Yankee Stadium had disconnected seats behind the poles. I loved Old Yankee Stadium. I mean, I grew up in that old Yankee Stadium. Here's the pitch. Up high. I missed, I was a little saddened when that old stadium went. I understand you got to get up with their times, modern times, but I think they forced that new Yankee Stadium personally. But that's another conversation for another day. I missed that old stadium. That one had opponents scared, intimidated, because that was the same building where the Legends played. That's where the Legends played. The Maris, the Manos, the Ruth, the Garrick, the Ford, the Berra. This one here, I know it only opened up in 2009. They won the World Series the first year of existence, but there was an or. There is no or. There is no ah. People was like, we just beat. This is just a new stadium that we're going to come in. What a nice play there by the left fielder. What a nice play. That was Everson Pereira making a nice play there. I personally thought, listen, I'm going to make a statement. I know no hindsight is 2020. We don't know. But if the Yankees would have still been in that old Yankee Stadium, guaranteed these Astros would have not gone into Yankee Stadium to beat the Yankees. They would have been intimidated just by the building. Trust me. I know we would never know. But guarantee you, if that was the old Yankee Stadium, they would not come in there with that swagger and that cockiness. To go in there and beat and try to beat the Yankees. I personally stand by it. Nothing's gonna change my thoughts on that. Went to the All-Star game in the new Yankee Stadium and missed the old stadium. I remember the old Yankee Stadium. Remember when they had the All-Star game in the old stadium where the Texas Ranger Josh, I forget his name, he was hitting the home run derby. That looked really nice. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So the inning comes to an end. We go to the 9th inning. Last chance for the Yankees. They trail by 3, 7-4. But at all, the most important is the first game is going to be in the books, and this is the first of baseball season, ready to go. This has been fun. Little technical difficulties with the StreamYard app, but other than that, it's been fun talking here with Nick, Yak, Steve, Aiden. We had Chris the Flash. We had Mikey Mazda on. Yeah, don't put too much stock if we win or lost here on those, Aiden. Spring training games. there's times where you don't be surprised that the Yankees tie this game here, and this ends in a tie, 7-7. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen with these spring training games. I've seen when teams are up by 5 and they lose the game. So anything can happen. I don't put too much of the win losses when it comes to the spring. So Steve was at the Subway Steve series when Clemens threw the bat at Piazza. Yeah, that was epic. That was phenomenal there. I didn't go to that Subway Series period because I just was a father with 2 children. They were babies, infants, and when you have children, you don't have the financial means to go to those World Series games. They looked great from the TV. I had a lot of fun as well. Boy, I wish I had the YouTube thought of streaming. That would have been fun. A Subway Series. But I don't know, neighborhood, my buddy, you'll see him from the Wife of Crime channel of Dangerous. We will watch those games as well as the Knicks. 110 to sit in the upper right field, man. 110 probably don't even get you into the bleachers or standing room only now. That's a good price, man. You tell me, back 110 to go sit in upper right field for a World Series game. Check. I'm gonna tell you. Let's tell you a quick story on that one. When I moved here to Orlando, that was the year where the Magics were in the finals, NBA finals. They were playing the Lakers. But me, I was such a Yankee fandom. I mean, a Knick fandom. And I like Kobe Bryant. I love the Kobe Bryant. But the story is I could have, for $45, I could have went to the NBA finals. Not the upper decks either. Talking about like section 125, 126. Yes, I am. I'll be streaming tomorrow, Aiden. Yes. And because I was such a Yankee Knick fan, I said, I'm not going to go. I regret it. Hindsight's 2020 because he passed away and so forth. But I had a chance to go to the NBA Finals to see Kobe Bryant against the Magics, the Lakers against the Magics for $45 and premium seats. That was good seats. That's how cheap they were. Now you can't even, you probably paying almost $500 to sit where I was. Here's Jesus Cruz. This is my cousin of mine's here. No, actually, he's 27 from Mexico, so he's not a cousin. I'm just being facetious. We just have the same last name. And the pitch, swing and a miss. It's a primo. This is what we call primo. Number 19, Cruz. Primo. Jesus Cruz. Primo. And the 1-1. Well, popped up. He kind of looks like me, kind of chubby, but I don't have facial hair like him. Oh, what a play by De La Cruz. So De La Cruz to De La Cruz. There's a lot of Cruz going on here. What an impression by the big 6'5" guy, 6'8" guy, I mean. Wow. The Tropic, yeah, you do get seats for $10, Steve. And here's the pitch. Like if the Tampa Bay Rays are playing, and no disrespect, the Anaheim Angels, when they're there's tickets that go as $8 for on the left field seats or the right field. You could get them for that low, even upper deck, third row. Yeah, it's true, and that is not a lie or a blemish. That is the absolute truth. That is facts. But when the Yankees come, that seat goes for $50, $65. They see, that's the problem with Tampa. They upsell the seats when it comes with the challenges. As we fouls it back out of play, 2 balls and 1 strike to count. So this is Carl's taking on Cruz. 7-4 Phillies, and this is in the top of the 9th inning. First game of the spring training for Yankees and Phillies, and this one deep down to left line. Corner's the corner. Is it fair? And it's going to be trouble. It is foul. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count here. It is great to have the boys of summer in spring getting ready, baby. Ooh. I smell sausages, and Italian sausages, of course. My wife always caters to whenever we do something. If it's baseball, it will be something associated with hot dogs or peppers and sausage and peppers. Man, I love it. This is chicken wings for football, and he checks things this one. Slowly roller to second. He's going to field, throws, and in time. So now 2 outs. Yankees down to their final out. We saw Dominguez. One that we saw Dominguez homered in this game. Played extremely well. We also saw Sweeney, Trey Sweeney play. Of course, he got to play for the Yankees here. The pitchers were impressive. The kid that Alex, this should do it. And this is fly to left field, and it makes the play. And Yankee Yak says, hold on, I'll read that. I'm having a little problem with it. There you go. I'm a 65-year-old paralytic, and the nightmare of getting handicap seats is where to get them. Most sitting are in handicap, maybe 3 wheelchairs and about 12 able bodies. That's the issue there. A lot of stadiums are not handicap accessible friendly. Especially with the way the arenas are designed, they sink down. You got to go, especially, I could tell you about the Amway here in Central Florida in Orlando. The Amway, if you want to be floor size, it dips down. And you have to go down these long flights of stairs. And if you're unable, you have to stay in the up, like you're already in the second middle section of the arena, which is not fair. If you're just because you're unable to go down those stairs, you should be able to, even if you have a handicap disability, you should be able to be down the courtside. Why not? You should be. I understand it's a little bit hard to move out of the way if the plays are too close to comfort, but you also have a right to be there level. And I wish some of the stadiums would be a little more. I understand they're trying to protect the safety of the fans. We could go back and forth in there. Yes, Steve, you mentioned. I know you mentioned. We've told this in the Cedric projects. Absolutely, nice group part. And if 64, that was you were close to Little Italy. Got some good food there. Down in the 60s, we had some really good delis around there. They were always known for their delis and their pizzas and stuff. Absolutely. So the Yankees lose this game, but it's not about wins and losses here. Like Heel mentioned, what prospects we got to see. Jason Dominguez, we saw Dominguez play center field. He had a hell of a game. Yeah, one thing he wants to work on, he needs to work on personally, was the pick selection. And it's not to criticize or digest. It's his first at bat, so he was on a 3-0 count. The Yankees gave him a green light at 3-0. He rolled the ground ball to first base. On a 3-0 count, you got to learn how to take that pitch, or when you get something in your wheelhouse, get ready to unload. Other than that, Dominguez played fine. It's good to see there. Gleyber Torres had a couple hits. Good to see Isaiah kind of for left on the field. Didn't do much. Other than that, for the Yankees, what we want to see now is health. Getting into, of course, tomorrow we'll be back on. I will do another watch along with the Yankees, and that will be, according to what I'm looking at TV here from mine, it looks like it's going to be the Blue Jays. Now, they play the Braves, so I got to see which feed either war it's going to be the game. Just stay tuned. We'll be here. And, of course, don't forget, we'll be cutting off a little bit now because in about another hour, 3 hours from now, I'll be back on for the Knicks watch along. The Knicks take on the Pelicans live from Madison Square Garden after that back-to-back. This is their back-to-back tonight after that win they had last night on Washington. So I'm going to have some peppers and onions and sausages and come right back, take a break and come back and do the Knicks. So I hope you guys join us. Steve, I know I'll see you there. Knicks Yak, if you're available, come on over. Aiden as well. Don't definitely. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Absolutely. So Heel as well. Salute. Thank you for joining us. We had Mikey Mazda on. We had Krista Flash on, and hopefully we'll see Yankee Morning Brew during the season as well. So again, from me to you, I hope you enjoy the watch along. It's good. Baseball is back, baby. So I'm stoked. I'm excited for that, and we'll see you next time. I know as I keep getting a little bit of a delay, but guys, have a great afternoon. Peace.